all of those nice bits where you want a little bit, something a little bit more than just a plain fabric.
Yeah,
you just want that little bit extra.
Right.
And these are absolutely perfect for that. So we have 4 different colour options in these. The patterns do vary slightly throughout them. So that one you've just seen is the grey. Then there's a gold option next. Oh, it's calling it beige. Okay, it's kind of goldy beige.
Yeah.
It's goldy beige.
We call it gauge.
Okay, there's gauge option. Let's just call it beige, what it says on there, because otherwise we'll confuse people and then they'll tell us off. And...
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Before you know it, Yanis will be getting loads of complaints, and we don't want that again. Keep getting mistaken.
Do you get mixed up? Do you?
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah, between
it's
me,
like twins.
The shouting out. 1 minute they're calling me Yanis, next minute they're calling me Ant.
You know the 80s movie Twins?
Yeah.
That's what kind of twins you like. So there's 2 other colour options. I'm very mean today. They look the same from here, I'm not going to lie. But on the screen, they hopefully will we'll get it so it's a little bit clearer. So this side here, this is your bright white option. So you've got a white on white there. And then that one there, that's got a little bit more of a cream to it as well. So you've got lots of different options in this. And they're a lovely kind of, you know, not too busy option for things, because sometimes you don't want a really busy pattern. Sometimes you do want something that's a little bit more subtle, and these are perfect for that.
Just something that breaks it up.
Pull them off before everything falls over.
They are lovely. So 4 options to go for there. 0, 5, 5, 5, 3, 8.
So
white, grey, cream, beige.
Oh, I've gone the other way. Grey, beige, cream, white. There you go.
Cream's in the lead.
There you go. Who knew?
Cream's in the lead.
Who knew?
$19.99 for all of those 5 of your half metres to work with. Beautifully demonstrated by my neighbour. Don't forget our happy hour. Really busy. Now, the green option has actually now gone limited. So it's got a huge, huge saving. So we've got actually £7 off of this one, so it's down to $10.99. So that really is a great offer for you. 608663. The green is in the lead, but the pink, isn't it? Yeah, not far behind. We don't have in the studio to show. The teddy bear one. I want to see the teddy bear in the studio. You can go for bright or pastels. $19.99. So that's a brilliant. So look at that, third off that, £10 saving. 143226. 40 of your 2.5 inch we're looking at there inside. Brights or pastel to choose from, which are beautiful. Right, it's across. I wish we weren't real neighbours. Do you know what? I want a whole row. I want you to be my neighbour. I want John next door, the other side as well, obviously, because I remember who he was, because that'd be lovely. Paola, not far off as well.
Right. So what you want to make is like a whole little street.
Ooh.
A whole little street.
Can you imagine that?
With all of us on it?
Yes. Be a street party, wouldn't it? Honestly. Lights would always be on.
We'd have to get some of those gin people to be next door as well.
I'm liking this. Very quickly, just wanted to let you know. Now, this is the Vineyards Darks. Almost half the stock has now been allocated, only 23 minutes into the brand new one-day special. So almost half the stock there of the Vintage Dark has now already been allocated. I mean, to be honest, I fall in love with all of them. And I always say, and this is nothing to say with the cameras, nothing to go direct or anything like that, the screen never does the fabrics justice. It's a lot with a lot of the materials you see on the show, but I'm hoping you get the vividness, but the patterns and the detail are absolutely luxurious and beautiful. So please don't miss out on your one-day special savings. Right, lovely Hayley, how are we doing? You're in the demo area. You've got some pieces all cut out.
I am. I've got some pieces. I swiftly cut these up. Where am I going? This one's going here. This one's going here. This one's going here. So what we've got is we've got some templates on the show as well. So I've cut a 4-inch square. Where is my 4-inch square gone? Here it is. 4-inch square of just 3 of the colours out of the brushstrokes. It's the brighter version because there's 2 different brushstroke versions. And we've got some fantastic templates. We brought the 10-inch one last time because we thought, well, A, it's quite useful to have set size squares to be able to use for templates for things. I'll turn it the right way up so you can see the writing on it. But what we did was we actually just made a stack of them. So we made a 6-inch, we made an 8-inch and a 10-inch that all go together because every time when you sew blocks together, there's always that element when you get to the end where you need to use your rotary cutter and just trim them off straight again.
Okay.
And you're always using your ruler and moving it, and using your ruler and moving it. So I was like, well, why don't we just make a square that's the right size?
It makes sense to me.
Cut around that. So we did. We made a 10-inch square, so you could have 10, 8, 6 and 4. That would give you a kind of a 9.5-inch finished block because you've got your 1/4 inch to come off either side. So what we thought as well was, well, we've got our 10-inch block. Let's put with it a 1/4 inch strip of perspex, so that if you wanted to make it a little bit bigger, you could. Or if you've got a piece of fabric and you wanted to add a 1/4 inch seam allowance on and mark it so when you sew it, you're sewing in a straight line,
okay,
we put a 1/4 inch piece in. But then we thought, what if you want different sizes?
Did a lot of thinking.
I do a lot of thinking. Don't do a lot of sleeping. More thinking than sleeping. So then we made a 9-inch one. Now they will all become clear like the one that you've got there. These have still got their protective film on, and this is how they'll come to you with their protective film on. And lovely Steve-O just puts a bit of tape on the back to hold everything in place in transit for you. So we did a 9-inch one, and with that one we've put a 1/2 inch seam gauge. And then we've got a 9.5-inch one. So the 9.5-inch one, once you've sewn it together, obviously you're going to lose a 1/4 inch off this end and a 1/4 inch off that end. So you'll end up with a 9-inch finished block.
Right.
And this one comes with a 3/8. So if you've got edges of triangles that you're cutting out and you're sewing together, 3/8 is often better than a 1/4 inch because you've got a little bit of sometimes slippage because you're cutting on the bias with the triangles.
Okay.
So a 3/8 inch is really useful for that. So we put a 3/8 inch in with that one. And then we made a 10.5-inch one because obviously you're going to use again 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. That'll give you a 10-inch finished block. And all of these have got ones on the inside. So you've got your 8.5, 6.5, 4.5 as well. And this one, we put a 5/8 inch width. Now 5/8 of an inch, that's your dressmaking seam allowance.
Oh, I see.
So you've got kind of all of your rulers and all of your tools. Now you can get them separately, as you can see on the screen there, and then we have done a big bundle of them all together as well.
Wow, that's an awful lot there.
There's a lot of tools.
We'll bring up the details of all of them as you can go through in this set, by the way. If you do go for all of them, there is a £10 saving on there for the whole lot. But like you say, you're pretty much covered right across the board on all of those options. So that's 791,530 with that £10 saving. You can, of course, go on your FlexiBuy, so 2 payments of just £24.98. But that sounds like you can tell when a tool's been made for people that know what they're talking about, because like some of those things like with the 1/4 inch seam allowance and things like that, just having those little extra pieces in there so you know what makes it easy to work with.
Yeah, because
great.
I mean, I've always been, I'm very nervous of rotary cutters because I've cut myself too many times because I don't pay attention and I just go.
Right.
So I tend to draw around them and cut them out. But you can absolutely use them with rotary cutters, or you can use them with a pen and some scissors. It's entirely up to you. So what I'm going to do is I've done 4-inch squares all the way over here. And I'm going to sew them all together. So that means I'm going to lose an inch from each kind of height here, because I'm starting off with 12 inches if I just lay them out like that. Because I'm losing a 1/4 inch here and a 1/4 inch off this side of the yellow, 1/4 and a 1/4, that's a full inch then that I've lost by the time I've sewn them all together.
Okay.
So this block will then eventually go down to 11 inches. And then what we'll do is we'll start cutting it and doing disappearing 9 patch bits with it. And then it'll go shrink down again because we've cut it and sewn it together again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you just need to bear in mind, sometimes you need to start off with much bigger than you want to finish off with. So I'm going to just keep these, try and keep these laid out.
Just remind us again of the fabric that you're using there. That's the...
So this is the 1-day special, and it's the brush strokes option.
Is that brush strokes bright? Is that bright?
It is. It's
a bit of a mixture?
Bright.
Right, you got the bright there. Okay.
I've mixed them up. Hang on, where am I going? There we go. This one, then the yellow, and then that one in the middle, yellow. There you go. So let me see if I can just get the machine on the end
just let people know that
Actually, Scott, do you mind doing a quick recap on them while I set the machine
not at all.
up?
That's fine. I can do that right now. In fact, it's perfect timing from Hayley because over 20%, the brush strokes are the first of the options that we showed you of the 8. That's part of your 1-day special. Over 20% of the brush strokes has already now been allocated. When you saw them with Hayley laid them out there, looking absolutely beautiful, aren't they? And again, and in fact, that runs across all of the different options that we've got. That you'll see that there's a lovely way that they complement if you're going to go for a couple of the different sets. So this is the neutral. that you've got here for you with regards to your brush strokes, and they are absolutely stunning. So again, that's why I was wondering if there was a bit of a mixture in there, because you can see how this is going to work. That's the neutral in there, but when you start placing that, for example, that's the brights of the option. You know, so there's plenty in there that you'd be able to bring out from both of those that would work really, really nicely together. I mean, you've also got, again, with the brights, you've got that really vibrant sort of sunburst yellow. I mean, look at that. I mean, they are absolutely gorgeous. When you start seeing them together, you get an idea about how these are going to complement. Also, the greys. Oh, I think that's the same time I've done that one. I do apologise. Keep knocking that one down. Molly, my floor manager, is going to be, oh, get off. You ruined it. But again, the greys really do work nicely with these. Really beautiful to sort of work with. Again, there's lovely complementary pieces you might want to add to any of your other colours. So these are the brush strokes. You've got neutral and we've got the brights that is absolutely stunning. If I work down now, we've also got the floral vineyards. We've got the light here, these options. 30% of the light option has gone. Now, hopefully you can see. Let's show a lovely colour. This is beautiful. Let me show you that again so you can see that with that fine, beautiful image that's on there. I mean, they are gorgeous. They're real luxurious look to the colour, but also the lovely images that are on there with those gorgeous florals. They are beautiful. So these are the light options. If I show you the dark, which I believe, okay, over half the stock of the darks gone. Let's go with, I'm not shown actually. I know this is the dark. What's the matter?
Do tomorrow if it's half gone now.
I know. We could be in trouble. We'd have to have a street party. I want to show this one. I don't think I'll show it. I know it's part of the ducks.
Street that you're now creating?
Yeah, I've just created a whole fantasy street.
Okay.
It's got potholes and everything, so it's like a regular street. Put the bins out on a Tuesday. No
Oh,
parking.
Tuesday's my normal bin day. That's perfect.
OK, we'll keep with that. Off-road parking?
Yeah, please.
Drive everywhere. OK, we'll come back to more of that. We'll fill in the gaps. If you want to be part of our, if you want to be part of our street, let us know. studio@hochanda.com. Do you want an odd or even number house? We've got the. Oh, I'm loving this. Really, do you know what? I would love a shirt made from these, because I said this earlier on. I can't drop any more hints, Hayley, but I would love.
Well, there's not enough to have it. It'll have to be a patchwork one.
Can you not?
Are you in tomorrow?
Yeah, I am in tomorrow. A patchwork shirt with all.
I don't want to commit to this.
No, I know. I know. Everyone, email in. Say commit. Okay, start petition. Get Scott a shirt. We're bored of his checkered ones. Right, so we've got light and dark that you can see. They are absolutely beautiful. I really love those as well. Right, let's go with the mottled floral as well. Now, 20% of the... Now, just look how... If you're watching in black and white, I'm so sorry. You must be gutted, because these are just... People still watching black and white. That house on our street that we've created, that end house, you know that one, Hayley? Black and white.
35?
35.
Yeah.
And you've got a black and white TV. And then put their bins out on time.
Oh, no. There's nothing worse, is there?
4 cars on one drive. Should be a petition.
That's me, though. I'm sorry.
It's what?
I need the big drive.
She needs a big drive.
I need the big drive.
Mottled. She's still neighbour. Thin walls. And then Ditsy floral.
He's going to be noisy. I reckon he's a noisy one.
He's got news. Right, let me just show you these. Look at these. I'm just going to try and place them so you can see these colours as well. So, as best I possibly can, because they are stunning. But when you start seeing them all together, you start to sort of see the brightness that you're getting in these colours. I mean, they are absolutely gorgeous. Now, don't forget, you'll be getting 10 half metres in each of these, which is absolutely stunning. I do love those. And the image, again, the prints are absolutely beautiful. I'm still a big fan. I know I keep coming back to the black again on this one, but there was something about just what Hayley was mentioning earlier on. There's another one as well later on that we're going to show you. There's one of them that, you know, you don't want a really massive bold, certainly ones that Hayley's got on the desk. You know the thing when you said about breaking it up a bit, Hayley?
Yeah.
Well, I really love this because, again, it's just from a distance you sort of see, right, nice, beautiful, sort of dark colour. But I love that when you see it up close and then you see the pattern come through. Absolutely beautiful. Do love those. Right, finally.
I'm fishing because we've got we've got a wonky window template, which is a brilliant one, and we often use a plain black in there, but something like that one where it's still really dark, but it's got a little bit of something to it. Like that little print on that Ditsy floral one would be perfect for something like that kind of block.
Idea. It's such a love. I just really love it. I think it's gorgeous. Final 2 options. What's we call this one? Just dots?
Batik dots.
Batik dots. And batik florals. Batik dots. Again, I love the fact we've got floral ideas, we've got the brush strokes, we've got the dots.
There's a good mixture in here.
There is a good mixture.
These are all not necessarily designed to be your feature fabric. I mean, absolutely, you can make a feature quilt from all of them if that's the style you want. Maybe you're looking at the vintage ones, the kind of the vines. If that's what you want, that's perfect. But you can easily work these with lots of other fabrics. And because you've got a nice kind of stash of a collection that will all work in, then you can take that one feature fabric where you've been struggling to get something to go with it, and it now has a little fabric family.
I like that, a little fabric family. They live at number 38. Very nice people. Always get the lights off at Christmas too early for my liking. I think June, unless they're just really late getting them down.
There's a lot of love and a lot of problems on this street. By the sounds of it.
There is. I remember when it was all fields.
Do you?
As well. And that extension, number 11, should never have. They've got planning. Never got planning. Took out my view.
Oh no!
I know. But again, I'm loving the sort of the light and the darker elements in these materials. They are that's exactly what Hayley was talking about. They are so pretty. So, 8 options for you to go with. Well, across all these ones, you can see they are absolutely stunning. We do have a leader with the floral vintage darks. Vineyard.
Vineyard. Because I keep saying vintage. It's me putting you off, Scott. I'm sorry.
It is. 215.
It's all right, I'll take one for the team.
That sounds like number 7. 215.
But they've got a jacuzzi as well.
215 611 39.95, £25 off. Tell you what, you can make some lovely curtains.
Get out.
All right. 215 611. What are you doing now, Miss Hayley?
Oh, right. Well, while you were doing some lovely numbers and a lovely little recap, I stitched together the squares into rows, and now I'm just pinning those rows together to make that 9 square block. And what I'm doing is quite a good bit to see actually, because the better match you get on your seams, the better kind of finished result you'll get. So I'm just making sure that I get those seams exactly matched up. If I think there's a little bit of a gap or a gape, then usually you can kind of pull that flat as you go. But the more even your seam allowances are, the better kind of match up that you'll get. And that's when that little 1/4 inch one comes in really handy as well.
Oh, I see, yes, yeah.
So I'll stitch these 2 together and then put the last one on. And then we'll be able to start cutting it up and putting it back together.
On our little street.
Yes, you've run with this now, really, haven't you?
I've been thinking about this. I think it'll be one of those streets where there'll be so much love. Everyone will, everyone's crapping for the NHS on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
I think everyone will be out. I think probably an hour early, an hour afterwards. Still,
Can we have
like
a little socially distanced street party as well?
Street party, bunting.
Oh, bunting. I can sort the bunting.
Oh, yeah, I know. God, that'd be great, wouldn't it, from your house? All the bunting we need.
Unlimited bunting.
I love that. And I bet you'd have the best curtains.
And then, can we have a little pantomime from you guys?
Oh, yeah.
On a Christmas.
Yeah, we'll sort something out. We'll get Fiona in some sort of dress. I think we might have
It's
that kind of
usually you
neighbourhood
in
where
the
we can put
dresses,
the back
isn't it?
fences down and have a big communal garden.
Oh, right. We just haven't. What about pets? Now, if we're going to have a communal garden, I need to know what the pet situation is.
Do you want a pet or not?
Yeah, I've already got some pets.
Ducks allowed.
But what if one of the dogs, what if Janice moves in and her Jack Russell eats my duck? How are we going to resolve this?
Oh, I've not thought this far down the line. You have to give me a second on this.
OK, have a little think about it.
Okay.
I haven't got an iron, so I'm just kind of finger pressing these open very, very quickly. And then I shall add the last one on. But you can see now, from that 4-inch square that I started with, see how much I've lost already.
Oh, yeah, right,
so you can see I've lost my 1/4 inch either side, I've lost my 1/4 inch off the top, and I'm just about to lose my 1/4 inch off the bottom as well. So just bear in mind, whatever you're, usually in a pattern, if you're going for a set pattern, it will tell you what size blocks you need. And obviously these are great because if you need a 4-inch square, then you've got a 4-inch square template.
Got you.
But if you are kind of making up your own blocks, or you want a certain size finished quilt and you want to scale something that's already there, then this can be really, really handy for doing that, having those kind of blocks ready to go. So
great.
I'm going to sew that last one on, which needs to go that way round. So I'll flip it over, pin those back in place, and if you can give me a couple of minutes.
That's fine, lovely.
Excellent.
I'll tell you what I'll do a recap on the happy... She loves a good recap. Huh? She loves a good... I can't even speak. I'm still thinking of the Duck and Dog. Oh, that's the pub. That's the local pub. I love it. The Duck and Dog just down the end of the road. Oh, they do a mean hot pot. So the options I've got for you here. Oh, both options are limited stock now. This is on the Woodland Animals, 20 pieces we're looking at here. Green option or the pink option that we have here. £7 saving on. It's really popular. The offer is only for this hour, so that's 20 minutes. £10.99, whichever one of those you would like to go for. Or go both, really. 608 663. So really lovely deal for you. Now, the square tools that you're seeing Hayley working with, a lot of people are going for all of them, which is probably the best way, because I'm right in thinking, Hayley, that basically each one does a slight different project. As I say, one of them for dressmaking.
The thing is, you can almost kind of scale things up and scale things down with these as well, because if your project, your project all starts out with maybe a 3-inch square, but you decide you want your block to be bigger, then you can start it with a 3.5, a 4, a 4.5-inch square to actually scale that block as you go. Right.
Oh, OK, great. Right, so price point here. If you're going to go for the whole lot, the Craft Yourself Silly Super Square tool set, got through that just about, then you can do with a saving of £10 and also on FlexiBuy to get them home for now just £24.98. 791-530. Also, if you want to be a part of Hayley and my new street, studio@hochanda.com, what number do you want to live at and what are you going to bring to the street? Because, we can't just have anybody moving in. So what are you going to bring? Hayley, what do you reckon?
Sorry?
Yeah?
I was dealing with the drama.
Oh.
What was the question? I was dealing with the drama. What was the question?
It's OK. I was just wondering, what are people going to bring to the party?
Oh, the party.
If they're going to come along.
See, I'm not really a cooker. Mine would have to come from the shop.
OK.
Mine would be shop bought, I'm afraid.
I think Hayley thinks we're talking about an actual party, but if you want to come to the street, what can you offer the street?
Yes, yeah. What are you bringing? What are you bringing to the street? We need some. We need. Ooh, I think we need a bit of everything. We need like a Pigeon Street situation where we've got somebody who can like fix the cars and somebody who can fix the buildings. And
OK, so what can you bring to our street? What can you? So if basically there was a lockdown, we will be self-contained. Just on our street.
Fine then, wouldn't we?
Huh?
We'd just, shut the ends of the street, would be self-contained.
I'd love it. I'd love it.
Excellent. I love it. This is a brilliant idea, Scott.
I think it's a great idea. I think Janice would be a lovely neighbour, that Janice would pop round and say, don't forget it's bins tomorrow.
I need that, though.
I need that.
Because I'm terrible.
I always put the wrong one out. Green one when it should be the normal one.
Oh, it's just a lottery sometimes, isn't it? I just watch what everybody else is doing and do that.
By the way, can we have flats in our street as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
because
okay, so
not everybody needs a whole house, do they?
No, exactly. So if we don't mind having a flat on the street as well, and what level do you want to live at?
Right,
and,
I think what I'm going to do is next time I'm going to get a street view thing of my street, because it's a nice big long one. We'll get everybody in, and so some of them are quite big old houses, so they can be converted into flats.
Nice.
So we don't have to have like a big block at the end. We can just have them in the houses.
I like it. I like it.
I'm going to take a picture and we'll model it on my street.
Your street?
Yeah, because it goes down to the beach, and then we can all live beside the seaside too.
I like it. Got a beach at the end of it?
Yeah.
And the dog and duck?
Well, now it has.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait to go home.
And it's got to be closer to Peterborough than currently.
Yeah. Yes. Can it be commutable to Alden,
You feel my
please?
pain on that.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
You feel my pain on that. OK, so we started off with our 4-inch squares. They've kind of shrunk down a bit, so they're now probably about the 3.5-inch size. So let me see if I can pop this 3.5-inch out of here. There you go. Oh, spot on. There we go. So if we're going to take it down further, we'll maybe do a disappearing 9 patch. So disappearing 9 patch is where you sew your 9 patch together. This would look a lot nicer if it was properly pressed. And then you cut into it. So you cut diagonally across here and diagonally across there, or you can cut it into squares. You basically want to put it into quarters.
Right.
And then you're going to move those quarters around and put them back together. I think we'll go straight across. I think we'll just go straight across on this one. So, where are my big scissors? This is a good point. Where are my big scissors?
I feel like I should be filling here for you now.
Yes, you probably should be helping me out a little bit. Because I have totally lost my scissors.
Well, I'll chip in while my neighbour's looking for her. All right, the floral vineyard darks, as we have here, are over 60% stock gone as well. So that's only the first hour. I've got a feeling this is going to be one that's going to sell out first. So with only 40% left, and we're only 45 minutes into the first hour, and we've got plenty more live hours to go. If you really are wanting to go for this, I'm loving this. This is like a really rich, lovely chocolate browns that are coming through with the black image.
Initially, you can think, oh well. You know, are they going to be a bit dark for me? Are they going to be something I'm going to use? Absolutely you will. They're really, really beautiful colours. And you could put them all together. As you can see there, you could easily see those all working nicely together
definitely.
In one design, or you can split them out into different ones.
They are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Love them. Oh, I like it again with it. And that was the sort of lovely dark chocolate brown with the black image, but that one sort of reversed with the chocolate brown. But then you've got that sort of cream with the actual design there.
Because it's the same pattern throughout, you'll get a lot of them where they are that. They're kind of one way round and then they're reversed to make the opposite.
Really lend itself even more so to marrying up there on the project?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really
it makes it even easier to match them into bundles when they are like that.
I love that.
Right, this is not the most accurate of my cutting, but it will have to do because I've now found my scissors and I'm in a rush.
Just while you're cutting that, just to let you know, Paola is in one of the other sets in the studio right now as well, and she's getting ready, by the way. Paola, which number house do you want to live at on our street?
Ooh, 19.
Number 19? Yes. Just her age?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Right.
Number 6, please.
You're number 6?
Yes.
And you're number 19?
Yeah.
Different sides of the street, just so you know, odd and even.
Well, that's okay. We can wave at each other.
Right.
You don't know the story. You do hate each other.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm right in the middle of something here. Now, who was that? Trish. Evening, Trish. Oh, Trish is going to move in to our street as well. She's going to be the child and pet sitter.
Awesome. That's good.
And she's also good at organising parties, so we'll put you at number 20.
We're going to have to write this down. Are you in tomorrow, Scott?
And who was that, sorry? Cheryl, lovely. Welcome to the street, Cheryl. And Cheryl is a nurse. So she's good for all the first aid. And her son's a mechanic.
They're in.
They can have a granny flat. Little granny flat.
Oh, you mean a house with a nice.
I'm liking that as well. I'm liking that. So I'll tell you what, there's only 40 houses up for grabs. It's very elite. So we've already got quite a few taken up. I love the idea that Paola's next to the party house.
We're going to have to get a diagram. You realise we're going to have to get some kind of whiteboard.
We are going to have to work on
Just
this.
start marking it all in.
Studio@hochanda.com if you'd like to be part of our lovely, imaginary, virtual, but I think it's got legs, street.
OK, you ready?
Oh, sorry, hang on, the other neighbour. Noisy neighbour from next door's kicking in.
Okay.
What was that, Paola?
No, can you sing the summer
I don't know what she's
doing.
The bunting, the summer parties,
Yeah,
Paola?
I'm in charge of bunting.
So-
We're all good. You can do invites.
All right.
It's got out of control already, hasn't it?
I wish I had double glazing.
You'll need triple for the racket that's going to go on here.
I think you might find this one at number 4 away for most weekends. Down the dog and duck. How are we doing?
OK, so it's all sewn together and now it's chopped apart again, which seems bonkers to do, but it works really, really well because if you just take 2 of these and swap them, then you can start creating even more patterns.
Oh, I see.
And this is when, especially if you're working in smaller blocks, these little blender patterns really come into themselves because even that really small part there has still got quite a lot of interest in it. So I'm going to, again, sew this back together. So I'm going to pop that one onto there and that one onto there, get those sewn together and then sew the 2 back in place.
Do you know, it never does seem to amaze me for when you start working in quilting blocks like this and you start putting them all together, but just literally, once you've got those cut through as they would be. Just changing those two around, Hayley, you completely change the whole. I love that design change as well, which is lovely.
Make it look like it's a lot more complex than it would normally be, because you could cut loads of little shapes and sew loads of little shapes together to get that, or you could do just what we've done there, sew it together, chop it apart, sew it back together again.
Yeah, that's lovely.
And it does seem bonkers initially to have spent time sewing it together to then cut it apart again.
Yeah.
But it does kind of save you time in the long run.
Got you. No, that's great. Just while you're sewing, Ivy has just bought plot number 22. You'll like this. She's a fire performer and face painter. Hello.
That's the kind of skills we need in our streets.
Any firefighters want to move in? Number 7's gone. Elaine's going to move in there. She's a photographer. Oh,
Lovely.
I'm loving that. I'm loving that. We're going to go through the whole street. 40 houses up for grabs on our plot. You can go for. Who?
A gardener. We need a gardener.
Oh, we do need a gardener. If you're a gardener, let us know. Because it could be one massive, big garden we've got going on there, by the way. Just out of all these, by the way, who's going to have the showroom at number 1?
Oh.
You've always got a show house at number 1, haven't you? Molly, do you want that one? No, she doesn't know.
Do you want one of the flats?
No, she's just moved out of the area, Molly has. She's just seen the rabble that have just moved in. Fire eaters and mechanics.
Do you want one of the flats? Yeah. Okay, she's going to have one of the flats.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's nice. Ground floor. Don't do lifts, do you? No. Doesn't do lifts. Yeah, let us know. Studio at Hochanda. And this is a great game.
We've made you started it. We just jumped on the bandwagon here.
We'll carry this on at 8, but it all started from a simple movement of me pretending to spy on the neighbour through the fabric curtains. And before you know it, there's only 4 minutes left on the show, and 60% of everything's nearly gone. So it's quite bad. We've only got 4 minutes left,
I know.
Hayley.
Well, I'll finish this off in the next hour then, because all I'm going to do is sew that back together, and then the next thing I would do is then trim my block down. So get it back into a perfect square so it's easier to sew onto the next one, because some of my cutting was not the straightest it could have been. So I'll get a proper iron, I'll get this all sewn together, get it ironed, and then we'll cut it into a proper block.
OK, mate, thank you. That is absolutely
That's
brilliant. I'll tell you what we'll do.
And we'll see if we can get a little map started.
Can we do this?
Could we make houses from the fabrics and then just stick them on the back wall with blue tack? And
I
then
don't know. Let me ask that question
them?
to you. Can we make houses from the fabrics?
I've got squares,
right.
So we can make houses.
I'm liking this.
Let's do it.
I'm liking this.
We've abandoned all the demos and now we're making a fabric street.
Oh, what has lockdown done to us? I'm just here. We are happily plotting a virtual street. That can never happen, but in our minds we wish it would. Let me just give you very quickly the rundown of what you're getting for the one-day special. 10.5 metres, and we've got 8 options that you can choose those 10.5 metres in. Starting off with, which is one of the sets, of course, of the options that Hayley's been working with, which is the brushed strokes.
Yes, this is the brush strokes. You've got your neutrals or your kind of bright option as well.
Let me just hold one straight out so we could... Oh, keep doing it. Don't tell Molly, the floor manager.
You've just told her.
Nothing? And she lives on my street now. Over a quarter of... This is
we'll
the
put her up
neutrals.
the other end from you.
Huh?
I think your mess will antagonise her. We'll put you up the other end.
Don't start picking on me now, everybody.
Which number are you at?
You didn't have a street to live until an hour ago.
Number 6, are you 8 or 4?
I'm number 4.
You're number 4, OK. Just checking.
I've got a gravel driveway.
Have you?
Yeah. Thank you. Right, and... right, I've done that one. Right.
This is Floral Vineyard Lights.
Thank you.
No problem. And
a third of the stock has gone here.
I mean, these are beautiful, and they would work equally well if you used them, the 2 bundles together, the lights and the darks together, or you could use them separately. It's they're just beautiful options. And I think the dark one, especially now it's coming to winter, you know, they're really kind of nice, warm winter quilt colours.
70% of the stock of the darks has gone. 70. So really is flying out. And in fact, maybe a stock update at 8 o'clock to say that that's gone if we're not careful. So please, if you do have your heart set on it, grab it whilst you can. Right, I've got about 60 seconds.
To do all of the rest of them.
Yeah.
Quick then.
Mottled florals.
Yes, so that is that one with, you know, you've got a nice mixture in there of kind of natural colours and some real brights in there. So you've got that nice print that goes from dark to light on the background and dark to light in the foreground as well. You've got
Ditsy
your Ditsy floral, so some really nice punchy bright colours in here, and a nice tiny pattern which is brilliant for your bindings and your edgings.
Loving that. And final two options, we have got batik.
Yeah, so these are
dots.
both your batik collections. They're both the same kind of colourway, so you're getting the same colours in each of them, but one's got the mottled background with the little dots on, and one's got the mottled background with a like light floral. It's almost like it's a bleached out floral print.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. It's, to be honest with you, it is really busy right across the whole board of all of their 8 options. $19.98, they're your 2 options, or your 2 payments for your course in your FlexiBuy, 215611. So it's a really busy launch, don't forget. We are back again at 8 p.m. with another live show to take you through. So, but Hayley and myself, thank you for this hour, Hayley.
Thank you, Scott. I've had a lovely time.
Lovely neighbour, lovely neighbour. Bit noisy at the weekend, but lovely neighbour. Hopefully you'll come back and join us at 8 o'clock for this, but we've got more on the other side of this with my other neighbour. Tracy Hayes coming up for you next, which is, I know it's going to be a lovely, lovely show. Lots of prepping going on for this as well. It could be great, very busy. Then we're back. Then we got also the lace literary.
Flexi order has arrived at Hochanda. What is Flexi order? When you place an item on FlexiBuy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your FlexiBuy payments, so you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping basket, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi Order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly FlexiBuy payments, offering you the extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi Order, making your shopping experience with Hochanda easier.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Vicky. We are the Stamping Sisters
From Stamp Addicts. We'd started our family-run business in 1992 when we were importing rubber stamps from the USA.
But now we design and manufacture them all here in-house in our shop in Bedfordshire.
We make grey rubber stamps and we make them as deeply etched as we possibly can so that you can use them in many different ways.
On our shows on Hochanda, we like to give you lots of different techniques to use with the stamps, different ways that they can be used and ideas.
We hope that we can inspire you to get out your stamps and have a play. Look at all the different designs we've got. We've got Christmas, we've got scenic, we've got cute and furry. There's something for everyone.
Make sure you don't miss the Stamp Addict shows
on Hochanda.
Did you know you can continue watching Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for free using your smart TV? It's just like watching us on your computer or tablet, only now we'll be on your large screen smart TV. Follow these easy steps to get your smart TV set up. Firstly, make sure your smart TV is connected to the internet, either through a wireless connection, if your TV supports it, or via the Ethernet port on the back of your TV. If you're not already connected, use your remote control and select network settings through your TV's menu and follow the instructions to set this up. Remember to have your router's password to hand, whether you're using a wired or wireless connection. This should be on the side or bottom of your router. You can always refer to your TV's help menu or instruction booklet for more information. Once you are set up, press the Smart Hub dedicated button on your remote. This will vary between brands, but it's usually located at the centre of the remote. This is where you'll find your internet web browser app. Select this to open and then type hochanda.com into the search bar, and this will take you to our website homepage, which includes our live broadcast and access to previous shows. So now you can watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV, whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, I'm Nikki Hassan. I've been working with Heartfelt Creations for about 9 years now. Heartfelt Creations as a company launched the company back in 1994. They have been in the industry for a very, very long time. They are crafters, so they know what you crafters want, and they listen to us crafters too. Their products range from stamps that coordinate with dies that then coordinate with a paper pad. But then we also have storage folders, we have decorative dies, we have colouring daubers, we have Insta albums. One of the products that really make Heartfelt unique are their flower shaping moulds, where you can make easy, quick, three-dimensional flowers, which are absolutely stunning. So I hope you can join Heartfelt Creations here on Hochanda.
Hello, good evening. How are you? Got the lovely Paola with us for this show.
Hello.
Hi, Paola, behind the screen.
Behind the screen, yeah.
Behind the screen here in the studio, rather than me being at home and you behind the screen when you're on television.
And vice versa.
Yes.
Right. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good, thank you. Now, I know you're a huge fan of Tracy Hay.
Massive fan. I have to say thank you, Tracy. I hope you have got home safely. Due to the circumstances, she needed to get home. You know, she needed before 7 o'clock.
She's got 300 alpacas to sort
she
out.
She does, as
yes.
well as, of course, her kids and her husband as well. And, you know, so, you know, this is a busy lady, but such a talented lady as well.
Yeah, she certainly is. We had a show earlier on today and we were very, very busy. We've got some returning favourites. You may not have seen them before, so they could be brand new to you. But we also have some brand new stamps that are brand new today. We had sellouts already this morning, so do bear that in mind. If you see something you like, put it into your basket. Do check it out. Make sure you get it. If anything's left in your basket for 10 minutes or more, maybe you're enjoying the demonstrations from Paola, you forget to check out, you go back to your basket, it's gone. That's because it's been there for 10 minutes. That's the time standard. Now, I do have news for you already. The alphabet, not the alphabet. This one has gone. We've sold out.
Oh, it's a sign.
Yeah, well, it is a sign.
It's
a sign that we're going to have a busy show. So that's gone. I'm taking that away. I'm not going to tease you with that anymore. And then I'm going to move that into the middle so it looks nice and even. But we'll start with the alphabet. Now, I love this, Paola.
It is absolutely fabulous, isn't it? Tracy's such a talented artist, and she designs every single stamps, and of course she does all the samples as well, so you know, she's amazing. An alphabet is useful because you can personalize it. You can say whatever you want, whatever the name it is. So for instance, you know, if you want to say Millie, but it's written with a Y at the end instead of the I or E usually, so things like that you can spell it out. And of course you have got the numbers and the ordinals as well there.
Yeah, you certainly have. I think there's 45 stamps in total, and it's nice because you can colour them whatever colour you like. You can leave them white if you want to. And you can also doodle inside of them.
Of course you can do a little bit and the other thing is that because they have been hand drawn, they mix and match with the whole collection, so it's like, it's not sometimes alphabets, if you have got another alphabet, they will look a little bit like a imposter within. You know what I mean? Whether this will blend perfectly.
Like not invited to the party, but they turn up anyway, and then what do you do? How do you get rid of them? Yeah. They come in anyway because you're hospitable.
Rude.
But yes, you're quite
Mental
right.
note, never to turn up at all, you know, unless I'm invited clearly, specifically, and RSPC and, you know, RSP, not RSPC.
Well, I have no idea now what's just gone on, but we'll agree with it and move on.
RSVP.
Yes,
maybe.
yes. I thought you meant I should be in the RSPCA. I probably should be. Remember, I'm not just for Christmas. Right. All the stamps do mix and match, work perfectly together. You've got some for whimsical designs, you've got some for really grungy, mixed media style. But whatever your style, I know you're going to love these. Now, we are going to...
That's the one.
Now, we were busy for this earlier. This, I really, really like this. We've got a couple of samples that I'll show you, but I do need to tell you that half the stock has gone. I've got a lovely sample just at the side here. No, I haven't. That's the other one.
One of the things that I adore about this stamp set is that it's a solid, it's a negative stamp basically. So if you have got your VersaFines clairs as inks and your, of course, your oxides, then it's going to be such a solid, vibrant stamp. Look at that. How strong is that? How powerful? And you need very little to make a stunning card. And this, you know, applies to, again, the way of Tracy, how she designs the words, how she makes that wish. I mean, look at that. How
and that's
simple.
the gilding flakes.
Look at that. It's just absolutely stunning.
Now, Tracy herself loves the white space on a card, and I tend to agree with her. And I think you've got that style as well, Paola.
Indeed. I think that's one of the things, like how we, you know, like I saw Tracy the first time for Hochanda, and I think she was the first time that I put an order through Hochanda was for her stamps. It was indeed. And it was because, and I wasn't working here at all, and it was just a viewer, and I was just in love with her style. And the white space, you can see that it's something that is very elegant.
Yes, yeah, it really is. And it's lovely to use that pop of colour, or just go for the black and white or grayscale. Now, in the middle, we have got the Cutie Fruities. These are getting their 5 a day. It's a wonderful stamp set. It's so cute. It got Love You Very Much, Life is Short, Make It Sweet, You're the Apple of My Eye, Your Cherry Special, One in a Melon. I love that.
I love that one.
I love that. Happily Ever After, which we say a lot in Leicester. Just like that, actually. Sweet and Sassy. Love that. Aren't these cute?
They are fabulous. And it's just also the originality of the images, the imagination, Tracy's imagination of putting animals into different scales besides the fruits. I adore it. It's different, it's fresh, like her artwork. And then the words as well. I mean, look at that. I mean, isn't that just delightful?
And it could be a card for any occasion.
It can be, and also the fact that the you know, the watermelon seeds are not seeds but little hearts.
Yeah, that is lovely. That is fabulous. Now, what's nice about these, of course, you can use them with your shrink plastic as well, so you can make little charms, which would be lovely. Now, half the stock has gone of your Cutie Fruities. Next up, finally, we've got Wreath Rascals. Now, I do believe we are limited stock on this, and I do believe we've got some demonstrations coming up from our Paola that we'll head to in a moment's time. I do have some samples to show you because, of course, with your wreaths, again, any occasion, any occasion. You've got thanks on there, you've got love you, but if you wanted to send a card for Christmas, you can use a wreath and you can just change the colours. In sympathy, it's a nice, wonderful design to have for a card like that. If you don't know what to say, for example, you can use it for a birthday, a christening, or just as a background, and use the stamps in different ways as well. £14.95, 976496 is your item number. And this is our first demonstration, Paola, what we're going to have a look at.
Well, I thought that the wreath would be a great idea to start off, because one of the things it is, and if I show it the stamp set here, you will be able to see from above. What we have got is different elements in which we'll build a wreath. Now, Tracy uses usually acrylic blocks. I'm a stamping platform mostly, so it depends what it is best for you. Now, she recommends to draw a circle, and it's about 4, and I think it's 4¼ inches, the circle. We draw it with a pencil, and that will give you a guide. Me, I'm a little bit lazy, and what I like to do is to use my stamp platform, and this is a way of doing it. Now, if you look, I already have put it onto my stamping platform, but what I've done is cut a piece of card that is actually 13 centimeters square, and it is important that it's square. And now the reason is because you need to rotate it 3 times, and it needs to be in the same place. Now, you can see the stamp that is about, if I put it here, it's about 2½ inches, and that kind of is actually 2½ inches. It's under, but there it is a bit more. And the gap is more or less the same. So that is more basically taking 1/4 of the corner. So what I'm going to do is, and you can do that with all the different elements from the wreath. So then put it here. Look how beautifully it stamps. Rotate it once. Then you stamp again. You ink it up. I'm using VersaFine Clair, but of course use your black ink pad or color ink pad of choice. Run it through and see how it just blends perfectly. Then rotate it again, and then and then I'm just gonna do one more. And then
I love Tracy's sketchy style, Paola.
It's just
but
phenomenal,
still using
isn't
clean
it?
lines, if
It
that
is.
makes sense.
It does. What it is, and I was talking about it as well with Lou Sims about it yesterday, and I was like, oh, you know, I'm so lucky I got to do this show, and it's just one of the things that we talked about is that is so easy to color in as well. So it's easy, it's fast, it's time efficient as well. So shall we go for love you, thanks, or hello?
Friends.
Thanks.
Friends.
Well, there is no friends, it's thanks.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go for thanks.
Thanks. This is my pronunciation. Yeah, but we can go friends. And then what you do is you position it, the last one, you then position it there, wherever it is in there, like joining it together. And you can make it a little bit closer in there, you can see there. And that will give you, I'm going to put it there a little bit. It doesn't matter if it overlaps a little bit, it kind of looks really nice if it does. And if it doesn't, there is stamps that you can then join up later. So you have got all those different ones in here that you could use for joining up. It's the tiny elements, the workers.
Yeah. And Tracy was showing in the earlier show with those tiny elements how you can make flowers out of them and different designs as well. That is super cute.
It's super cute, isn't it?
Is that a fox?
It is a fox. I think it's a fox because it is.
Yeah.
So you could then go in and color it in if you wanted to. So you could go in with a little bit of. I'm gonna have my kind markers here, so I'm gonna kind of grab a little bit and just a little bit of orange, and then dilute a little bit, and then kind of blend it in. And then I just wanted a tiny kind of orange color in here. Not gonna do too much coloring, but I just wanted to show you a quick way to use and make a wreath, because it's just such an easy one, the wreath rascals. And then there is another technique that I wanted to show you quickly. So basically, when you want to color in quicker this, and you want a little bit of kind of a distressed look, and I have done this technique a few times, but basically what you do is stamp the stamp that you have got here that you want to color in, and then what you do is you want to stamp it onto acetate or plasma, something transparent. You stamp it with stays on, so it will dry, let it dry completely, and then what you do is you figure it out. So there is you do it, so that's the way, so you turn it over, and then you kind of color it in. So I'm going to add a little bit of yellow here. And then I'm going to spritz a little bit of water. They are water-based markers, these ones. And then kind of go in. And you use it as a stamp. So it kind of adds that kind of a look. And then you can go in again a second time. And then you go in. And then kind of you can see that it kind of more or less is there. And then, because you have a stamp on the back, you can go in, and then I kind of say, well, I want to add a little bit of green in the leaves. So you kind of add tiny dots, and then...
We've sold out of the wreath set, everyone, so well done for getting that into your baskets and checking on out. I did say we were going to have a busy show, so if you do see something, a stamp set that you do want, then go for it and make sure you've got it in your basket.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of green. And then what I'm going to show you, just that I wanted to, this is the quick technique because I didn't want to, but here is the ones that I've done earlier. And we have got the paper pads, the black, you know, these ones that are absolutely back to black. And, you know, another thing that Tracy does, and I do a lot, and Leonie does, is to kind of frame it into black, and look how gorgeous it can look with the words in here. Or this one, for instance, that I kind of do. And it's just such an easy, look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Or, for instance, the one that I just done with the little hearts. And then
perfect.
There it is.
They are available on a pick and mix. They're 6x6, and we're getting to those in a moment, or we'll take a look in a few moments' time. But they are available as a pick and mix. Thank you for that, Paola. Right, so... let's show you some items. You may have seen these before. If not, then they're brand new to you. You have got your work of art to make and create works of art as well. You are incredible. Get that? Love that. You are a work of art. You've got paint your art out, not panic your art out. That'd be an awful thing to send somebody. Imagine, oh, I've not had a card from Paola for ages. Let's have a look at that, isn't it? I've got a card from Paola, Jane. Panic your heart out? What's that all about? No, it's paint your art out. Right, you also have in that lovely elephant there on top of the paint pot. So it's not a paint pot. You've got a brush in there, you've got the heart, and then you've got creativity is messy, I am very creative. A brush of kindness can paint a smile on a face. And you've got hay. Let's show you a couple of samples here. This is lovely. This is acrylic art palette. And you've got the different stamps there that have been cut out and placed on there, so that's nice and see-through. If you want to put these on cards, think about fabric as well, using these to create some beautiful fabric patterns. You know, let's not just stop at card making and artwork for the home. You've got your fabric inks that you can use with these as well, so you'll be able to make lovely home decor as well to go with perhaps a card that you're sending somebody. £14.95, 102-563 is your item number. Right, your other option, same item number, Bubblicious, fabulous this is. We are limited stock, but you can have a lot of fun with this particular stamp set. So we have got the hippo going round and round and round in that particular card. You can make shaker cards as well. And there you go, so that's a really nice idea. Beautiful cards, your designs, you choose what you want to do with them, but they're going to look absolutely fantastic. And the sample I showed you at the top of the show, let me just grab this for you. There you go, isn't that lovely? So your mixed media styles as well, whimsical designs, all for your fabulous mixed media style canvases. £14.95, also very busy for that one. Right, moving on, we've got more for you in the choices. We have seen these before here at Hochanda, but they might be brand new to you. Now, this one is your polar pals. Now, it can be a polar bear, but it could also be a brown bear. It could be a black bear if you want to. So it could be a polar bear in the Antarctic or a brown bear in the Rocky Mountains. Beautiful designs, lovely whimsical as well. Really lends itself there, that one, to that lovely white space that you've got. But also the colour of the bear could change for the origin of where it lives. And then, of course, your polar pals come together and look at that. Isn't that big? Imagine someone that's just had a new baby, for example. That would be a really nice card for them, which is a lovely design. Use them with your watercolours, your ink markers. Beautiful, gorgeous designs. If you do want to go for your, oh, look at that one. Oh, look at the cutie in that one. That is beautiful. 789844 is your item number. Right, the next one in this set, same item number, is I Can Fly. And I think we might be having a demonstration with this one as well. A beautiful set of 12 stamps. You've got some lovely sentiments. You've got lovely buzzy bees in there as well. 739844 is your item number if you want to pop that one into your basket. So you've got those little cute bees as well, which are really nice for adding to any kind of designs that you're using. So if you've got some flower stamps, for example, you can add your little buzzy bees around there. £14.95. Again, same item number, 739844. Now, next up, we have got Paddle Pals. This is a cute one, isn't it? Something a little bit different. Little animals paddling away. These are fantastic. And I think these are great images to put on cards if you want to add your own sentiment, or you might have your own verse, for example. They're very thought-provoking, aren't they? There he is, or she is, on that leaf, paddling away, going somewhere. Look at that. It's lovely with those love hearts in the background. And here's another lovely little scene just there. Oh, it's so sweet. £14.95 again for that particular set, and it's the same item number. And then finally we have got the wild side. Love this. So you've got the little animals all dressed up. And you've got dressed up in a lion, dressed up as a bee, dressed up as a leopard, and dressed up as a zebra. Although we were talking earlier on, could be a very short giraffe. Could be, if you did it black and orange. Could be. Could be. You could even add some longer legs to that one if you want to. But nearly half the stock of that particular design has gone. Just to show you a couple of samples here. Isn't that so cute? And then we've got the elephant dressing up as a busy bee. Beautiful. 739844 is your item number. Really lend themselves to so many different projects that you could be working on over the Christmas months and into the new year. Treat yourself to some brand new stamps as we head to a brand new year. Right, we've got some A6 stamp sets for you now. Also super cute. And we'll also work with all the other stamps that we've seen so far. Right, let's start with You Blow My Mind. Love this because you've got the whales facing each other if you want them to. They're facing away from each other if you want them to, and just going in different directions. So I think that is a wonderful design that you've got there. Just a couple of samples here to show you. Here we go. Let me just grab this one. What's really nice is that you can use different colours. Be adventurous as well. Maybe not just blue. Maybe add a little bit of mauve or pink in there. You see how they look? If you were batch making, for example, or making a set of cards with the whales on, they would look absolutely fabulous. Or maybe something for the bathroom to put on the wall. That's a good idea, that nautical theme. Same item number, but we've got the different sets. These are all £9.95. Right, next up. This one is your no words, but there is a lot of words on there. Live, laugh, love, design a life you love, create, inspire. When you get this home, you'll be able to read the rest in there. Love this one because I like the love hearts that are there that also have the text on. But you don't have to use all of that text as a background. You could just take part of it and place it in the background. So you just got little snippets of it. Again, something like this, great for anyone that loves grungy mixed media. If you're thinking about an extra stamp set to get somebody, this would be absolutely perfect for them. 357274 is your item number. Right, next along, oh, we love these little guys. P.S. I love you. Now, half the stock has gone. This is the cute one with the Wellington boots. Little giraffe there in his Wellington boots because it might get muddy on the plains. And you've got your zebras as well, or zebra. Zebras? Zebra? What's the collection of zebras called?
Oh,
Plural
I have
for
no idea.
zebra. I think it's
no idea.
zebras. Zebras? Email in, studio@hochanda.com. 357274 is your item. It's a dazzle of zebras. There's some inspiration. Dazzle up your zebras for Christmas. Right, moving down. We have got... Now, it must be love. Now, when you look at this, we're limited stock, by the way. You could actually be using this for your Christmas cards. That could be a Christmas tree. That could be a reindeer or a moose. Loose about this oos. Merry Christmas on there. Merry Christmas. It must be love. It must be love. And then the best way to believe is to... the best way to behave is to moose behave. That's my stamp.
Yeah, that is you.
Definitely, definitely. And then you've got that lovely bird there, little duck, fishing with the little heart on the end. Oh, isn't that so super cute? Again, it's the same item number, £9.95 for all of these fabulous stamps. But we're not stopping there. This next one, I think great for your journaling, great for your planners, as well as maybe if you make something, that circle there, you've got with love in it, but that with love is a separate stamp. But that circle could be the one that encapsulates your name, like handmade by, and then your name, for example. So you could use it in that way. And then we've got those lovely worker stamps as well for building up your patterns. This is your doing great, and 40% of the stock is gone. £9.95 for that one, which is great. And then your final one in this set under the item number that you see, this is Daydream, and this is also limited. You're a hoot. Today is my day. Wake up, smile, and tell yourself today is my day. Love that. Together, my favourite place to be. Oh, what a day for her. And then you could have Daydream if you want to, or you could have it something else. Right, so those are your A6 stamp sets. Very busy across the board. Same item number, same price, but you've got your different titles for your stamp sets. Right, let's head back to Paola. What are we going to have a look at now? Look?
The cutie fritters. We are going to have a look. I adore this set. Well, I adore all of them. I mean, you should have seen me. Like when I received the box of stamps and papers in the office, I was squealing a little bit. I was doing a few noises.
That was the noise.
Yes.
That was. I thought pizza had arrived in the office, but
it's better than pizza.
It was stamps. It was definitely better.
So I decided to go because my favorite fruit, or one of them, is I think my favorite fruit is cherries. So I had to go for the two mice into the cherries. I just think it's just a beautiful scene. So what I've done is, first of all, I've gone in with Phil Martin's watercolor pens because they are the ones that give me a very much of a very kind of detail. I kind of go in super fine, and then I can of course color in. I am stamping onto watercolor card using VersaFine, so kind of the ink will blend beautifully. It doesn't bleed because of course it's oil-based inks that I'm using for the stamping. And then I kind of color in the cherry, and I love the randomness of having that large, gorgeous, cherries, and then the tiny mice. Now I'm going to go with a burgundy color here to add some shading, and then blend them a little bit. But don't worry too much about blending those colors in because we are going to put a glaze over the top. So the glaze is water-based. So what it does is, of course, blends them further because it kind of lifts it up. Now. So if I'm going to go in here and look at that, I mean, you can bring as vibrant colors or as soft as pastel as you wish. It's your fruits that you are displaying here. So if you want to go a little bit darker, you can go darker.
I'm not saying anything.
No,
I'm not saying anything.
And and there is, of course, there was the watermelons.
That's fine by me. Because you do colour them beautifully.
Look at that. So then what you do is, of course, go in with glossy accents or glaze. There's many in the market. Go with whatever you have got. And then, of course, most of them are water-based. The ones I mentioned and the one that I'm using is water-based. So what you do is kind of let it kind of like that, and that you do the same with the other one.
Paola, I've got a question.
Oh, yes?
Do you need to let your cherries dry before you put the glossy accents on?
Well, if you know what, it's not necessary.
Okay.
They can be all wet when you put the glaze on. Right. So you can see here how they dry. So you can see if I put it like this, you can see.
Lovely.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Don't they look amazing? Now then, I prefer doing it this way. Then we are gonna you have got here some pencils, water-based pencils. So I kind of go in and pick it up some of the color, and then kind of softly picking it up. Now I'm using different mediums. Tracy tends to use a lot of oxides. I just wanted to use, sometimes I just fancy to use a little bit different, just to showcase that you can use whatever you have got at home. Tracy is a master of coloring in, so please do check her demos. But then you can go in and add a little bit here, and I kind of want a little bit in the lips here, and then go as well on to the next one. And then you can add a little bit of the darker tones, so to make them a little bit more different, and you can see blend them in. Again, I'm using watercolor cards. You can use whatever card is the best for your coloring medium. You could use alcohol markers, for instance. Now, if you are using alcohol markers, when you are glazing the cherries, then it might not kind of pick up the color as much. And then we kind of have this in here, and this is the lips in here.
I like the way you're just using a subtle colour on the mice that makes it stand out now really well from that white card.
Absolutely. And it kind of, then we are going to colour in the kind of cherry element, like how you call it? Stock, yeah, stock. And then I'm going to go all with the green, and then I'm going to go with the brown or the burgundy around here, just to add a little bit, so that creates a nice. So that's how easy it is to color it in, and you can see it. Now, what you do then is you fussy cut it.
or you can leave them like this, but you can, it's just they're so cute, aren't they? So what I'm done next, so I'm going to put them aside while, you know, and what I have done is taken this amazing paper from the white on white. Now, the white on white is one of those ones that at the beginning I went like, this is cool, but what do you do? Well, it is to stamp on, to color it on as you wish to. So there is beautiful papers in here. And what I have done is I love this one because it kind of has the hint of a circle. So I went through my collection of circle dies and I found the matching more or less size, and I cut a mask. Then what I have done is I'm going to go for Mermaid Lagoon and Twisted Citron. They are distressed oxides. So I'm going to go with a Twisted Citron, and then...
I thought you said citrus... Oh, I won't say. I thought you said Twisted Tree Trunk, because I'm all the way over here at the other end of the counter, and I can't hear what Paul is saying.
Twisted, it's just like I just have an accent. I wish I spoke like the Queen, but...
Paula, please don't speak like the Queen.
I don't put it on. I had somebody suggesting that I put it on, that I'm actually from Leeds.
Have they found out?
Apparently.
Have they... Wow, you guys are clever.
Well, and you can see that you can go in. I'm not going evenly because this is kind of the sky, so you can then choose to create gaps. If you wanted to blend them in, you can blend them in, but I don't want that. I want to have like clouding effects. If you wanted more clouds, you can do it as well. And then
so on the paper with the pads, Paula, because we have a pick and mix on them, what kind of mediums can we not use on them? Because they work perfectly. Well, are there any mediums that you wouldn't work on them?
The ones that I wouldn't use in there would be, for instance, I wouldn't use it for full bleaching because the ink, you know, those water effects droplets, because it's a printing ink, printing paper. So what it does is absorbs the paper, the ink, and then doesn't let it bleed as much. But I have tried alcohol markers and it has worked. Of course, it will seep through, but that's normal from alcohol markers, so that will happen everywhere. It will stamp beautifully with VersaFine ink. It will stamp beautifully, of course, with the StazOn or more permanent. Look how beautifully it has blended. And when I reveal the mask, you can see that still you can see the shadow that was printed, but it's kind of giving it that color. Now, what I have done ahead a little bit further, I just, you know, I trimmed it, and then I die cut it with one of my memory box dies, because I wanted to create an aperture here. So what you do is you position it over it, you trim it to size, and then you put the die in here, you run it through the die cutting machine.
See, that love heart looks 3D.
It does, doesn't it?
It looks like you've cut it out and just built that up. That's just by using yellow, not adding shadow, because the shadow's there.
Exactly. You don't have to do that. It's just the genius of her design. That Tracy is such an amazing designer. Now, one of the stamps that I think is one of those essentials that you are going to use time and time again is, of course, the No Words. The No Words has got the larger one that you can go in and do, like I would say, I'm going to go with the Nouveau one because it's a little bit lighter black. That you can go in and do a Lione, which is without a block, so then you can go in and kind of just randomly like this, and it doesn't matter how you do it, where the words that they cannot be read. It's just background. It's that, you know, how quickly you do that texture, and as well. And then when we put this in here, it's gonna, I mean, I should have masked that, but I hope you forgive me. Then I want to put it at an angle because I think it looks really nice. So it adds that texture there. Can I add another stamp from here? I think it needs that little heart. So I'm going to do it with my stamp platform just because I wanted to make sure that it's perfect.
Now, if you do get ink or overstamp an area, you could always get a piece of white card and place it over, like place that on the back to mask it.
The only reason why I'm using a stamping platform at this very moment is because I'm on TV, and you know what? If anything is going to go wrong, it's going to be when I'm on TV, and I'm, you know. But look at that. It's just adding that element there. And then, oh, can I do another one? Can I do like this, another one here? Oh, I could use, by the way, see, this is what happens. This is what will happen to you at home. When you get these absolutely beautiful stamps, you will just be inspired by all of the images, the way that they all work so well together, that you can mix and match. Also, the other thing that's very important, and I think it's important to say it, is that when you invest in a company like Tracy Hay, which is a family-owned company, a small company, it's also that she designs everything that you can mix and match, everything coordinates. So you buy a stamp today, that then you know that whenever she releases a new collection, it's gonna work as well. Right. So what I'm gonna do here is gonna put them here. So we want to put them, they are hanging there here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pokey tool, make a hole, and put a brad through.
Is that going to give the movement?
Yes, it's going to do that. So no, I'm not going to pierce it through the element here, but you can see here that they will be able to swing around. And then what I'm going to do is just take my tape runner or whatever is your choice of glue, and then shall I put it at an angle?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's put it at an angle.
Do you know why? Because of the text underneath, it looks like a newspaper, and sometimes just having that jointy angle is how people put newspapers down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have got, and then of course you could take another stamp. Oh, you see, I'm off. Where did I put the stamps now? Where I put the stamps? Because I want, oh, here they are. Because then here we have got, you are cherry special. I like that one. Or life is short, make it sweet. I like that one as well. So let's put that one. So I'm gonna go in. I'm going to put it here, and then kind of put it here.
Now, 2/3 of the stock has gone of the Fruity Cuties. Busy, the Cutie Fruities, where these are from. Now, that is fabulous, and that glossy accent really does make that card pop, and with just that subtleness of the yellow in the corner. Absolutely. Those colours together work really well.
It's just a way of showing that you can use the papers and the stamping as well. So together coordinates perfectly.
Love that. You can see how excited Paola was using those stamps, and that's genuine. That's genuine. I know that Paola loves Tracy Hay's style. Paola has her own style, so when you bring those two worlds together, it's absolute bliss. It really is. And think about that when you're going for your stamp sets. Think about maybe another stamp set that could work alongside the one that you want, the special one that you've bought, because we have so many different stamp sets that all work so beautifully together. Now, we've got to pick a mix on your papers. You can see on the front there the designs as we're just perusing and having a look. You get 30 sheets in the pad. They're all 6 by 6, and you have 10 designs in each pad. 200 GSM, I don't know whether I said that, but it's 200 GSM. So you've got a whole collection. Some of them have got the craft card in the background, or the craft card colour, which are lovely. And then you've got that lovely chalky style pastel colours for the rainbows. The one that Paola was using is the white on, is it white on white or white on black? Back to black, which is beautiful. We've got 3 new ones. Oh, did you see that one there? With all of the different animal markings. That would be perfect for your stamp sets. We've got 3 new today at the top here, so you probably won't have seen these. So I'm just going to pick this one up to show you. Oh, this one's back to black. The one that Paola used, was it the white? Was it white on white?
It was white on white.
White on white, yeah. Really like that one. Now, this one is your Mono Magic, and we've got, oh, this one's back to black, beg your pardon. But this is really nice, as Paola said, just adding that back the black background can really make your images pop. It looks coated, but as Paula said, you can use all your different mediums on
This
here.
one, it has got a little bit more of a coating, but still, it's not really coating, it's a satin, so you still can bring your colors into it.
Yeah.
And of course, the white will get colored. The black is very, very black, which I love. It's very hard to find that sharp, deep black into cards, so she got it right.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Beautiful designs in there. So lots of different ones to choose from. Let me pop that one down. The other news today, this one is your rainbow words. So if you like the idea of having lots of text and words in the background, this is the one for you. Lots of different colours as inspired by the rainbow, some lemons, some greens in there. Perfect for your die cutting machines as well. Think about your die cutting machines for cutting in apertures, or maybe you've got some other stamps that you can use. You could, if you have a look, chop out some of the words and have little sentences for your journal, which is a really good idea. Thanks for that one, Lottie. And then you've got that beautiful, that was like the sky this morning. As I was driving into work this morning, that looked just like the sky. It's absolutely stunning. So a wonderful paper pad for you there with your rainbow words, as you can see. I'll let you know what the words are when you get this home. You can read that. And then the other new today is your Sky High. Oh, it's gone. Sorry. Sold out, that one. Sold out. I shall take that away. I shall move those across. So now they look nice and neat. Let's show you Rainbow Rule. Love that one. Got a nice grungy background to that. You've got your Craft a Rainbow. Love the craft cards. Really nice. Beautiful. Craft a Rainbow in pastel. Still vibrant in the colours. I do like denim blush. That is gorgeous. And they are very designer, very luxurious. For £11.98, you're getting 2. That's your alpaca pie. Love that one too. In the navy, I like that one, you know. I do like that one because you've got the pops of colour. You've got Rainbow's Rule again. Khaki blush, which is nice. I like that. I like the tones of khaki in there. Mono Magic, which is the one that Paula used, which is beautiful. Like that. Oh no, sorry, white on white. I'm getting them mixed up. Pay attention, Janice. But both, I think those two would be really nice. If you like nice, clean cards, perfect. You've got your vintage rainbow. I think you might have a little bit of a Hessian background in there. I don't know if I can find that on the counter. I'll open that up and have a look. Next up, you've got Animal Magic. And then you've got Sky High, that one has sold out. And Rainbow Words, which we saw. And the final one is Back to Black. I've just picked up just the vintage rainbow, if you don't mind, because it really does look gorgeous. And then you've got the paper around there. Look at this. Look, furniture, newspaper in there. Oh, that is lovely, isn't it? I'm just going to keep turning the pages until I find that dog. I think there might be a doggy in here. Got to find it. Lovely rainbow colours, which is something that Tracy, you ready? Rainbow is something that Tracy uses a lot. Are we ready to see the doggy? Oh, yes. I learnt to walk with a dog like that on wheels. Look, I wonder what the dog's watching. Interesting. Oh, probably Hochanda. There you go. There's Scott. 993706 each item number. That's your pick and mix. Now let's go for the larger size paper pads that we've got here. These are perfect for your projects. Now these come together £17.90. Rainbows Rock and Words. Got some samples here. Nice bit of white space going on there, but isn't it fabulous because our eyes are drawn to the feature on the page. We've got some splatters up there, and then we've got the words on the side, which is lovely. Maybe you want to put something like this in a frame, which would look amazing. So you've got the butterflies there. You are fabulous. End of story. You are fabulous. End of story. And our next one, this is lovely. What a gorgeous frame. Not thought about doing something like this. In a clear frame. That is fabulous.
I give a shout out. This is my niece.
She's beautiful.
She's my niece Alima. So yeah, I had permission obviously from my sister to show her. And
do you know what? I've never thought of putting something just on the see-through perspex. Doesn't that look brilliant.
Thank you. I love it. I think it's a great idea because of, sometimes the round it's not as like, you know, it's not the same white.
Yeah.
You know, and like having like this, if you have got especially a wall with a color, then you can have got that. Or if it is a wallpaper that has got metallics.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Great idea, and it will look different in each room that you put it into as well. Fantastic idea. £17.90. 565105 is your item number for those fabulous paper pads. Right, Paola, what are we going to have a look at now?
Can I give a shout out as well to Tracy's son? He's a fan of cricket like me, so I'm like, hi Oliver, if you're watching.
How's the cricket going at the moment? Because there's a few things.
Well, I mean, England is doing well. It's doing well, but not.
They've not cancelled it.
Yeah, they cancelled one. Oh dear, but anyway,
we won't
move
talk
on
about
from
that. But
subject.
I do know you're a huge fan of cricket.
Yeah, I'm probably the only Spanish female that even knows what, you know, an innings means.
Really?
I mean, Spanish. I said a Spanish female. I don't think there are many who know what a cricket is.
I don't know. Maybe
exactly.
not.
Anyway,
maybe not.
moving on from that subject, let's move to the stamps. I'm going to use I Can Fly. Well, if you're Spanish, a female, and you are into cricket, let's form a club. Anyway.
What a great idea.
Right, let's stamp with the gorgeous I Can Fly, which is an amazing stamp. And you have got here the elephant with, you know, wings that he has tied around it. I love Tracy's imagination. I absolutely adore it because it's just like, it's something that, it's just that imagination. It's just beautiful. So I'm going to take that. Then I'm going to put my vellum in here, and I adore this vellum. And then I'm going to switch to Nuvo. I mean, at home I use a StazOn. I prefer a StazOn for a sharper black, but I left it home, so I kind of use Nuvo Wool Dry.
I was just looking at that image. What you could do is turn that into a big armchair.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see where I'm going with that? So you've got the big wings at the back, which are the top, he's leaning against, and then the two at the side, they could be the arms of the armchair.
Absolutely. Now,
like a throne.
The other thing with this stamp is just such a lovely to color in because there is like beautiful areas. And you can see here that you have got also the bee as well, who you can decorate it. Well, it's actually an elephant, you know, passing by as a bee, whether here is like passing by as a butterfly. So it's a lot of different ways. Now I'm gonna use no words because this is one of the things that Tracy was saying, and by the way, do check her shows because they're so good, that you can then bring it in and stamp over other images, and you are going to say, but that doesn't look very good. Don't worry, it's going to look good. So I'm switching to Platinum Planet, which is a Brilliance ink, which you can get, I'm going to pick a mix, I believe, on the website. And one of the reasons why I like Brilliance is not only that most of the colors have got that pearlescent, is that also they will dry on parchment, so, or vellum. So see, you can see that it's softer text into here. And then what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to move it across, and then there we have it. And then I'm going to go in, and I'm going to try to quickly finish this up. And then
we've only got 8 minutes left on the show, Pam. I don't know where the time goes.
I don't know. When you are having such beautiful designs, it goes very quickly. Now, what you do, you can see it here that has got that kind of look at that shine. So you let it dry. It will take a few minutes, or you can use a heat gun. I wouldn't use a heat gun necessarily because, of course, parchment or vellum with the heat can warp a little bit. Just let it dry. It takes about 20 minutes or so. It will become dry. And I have gone ahead, and what I have done here is, you can see it, cut it around it, so you still have got that shimmer in here. So then you color him, the elephant, and again you can go in, I think this is, well, mushroom, so you can go in on the side, kind of bring it in, pick it up, and then color as you wish. So you kind of color in very softly. You build the color. Always remember, darker is easier to go lighter,
and add more than 2 the other way around. So kind of keep on the same technique as I've done before with the mouse. And then I have fussy cut him, and I have got him here. Now what I've done is sample another one and cut it around it for the back without knowing that I had some marks, but you know, you follow my drift. I have got here a stamp, a card, acetate art card. It's heavyweight, folded in half. It's about, I would say, just about 15 by 15 or something like that size weight. Now, one of the difficult things with acetate cards is the fact that if you glue something into it, you can see it in the back. So this paper, for instance, is from Sky High, which is one of the ones that has sold out, isn't it? So you could use another one. For instance, this one is rainbows again. Oh, that's you know what? I'm going to go for this one. And what you do is you cut another piece of paper that is a slightly larger. And then what you do is just put glue in here. Oh, it's gonna go. Oh, it's always the same way, isn't it? I just ran out of 2 glues in this hour, just before. It just happens in life on Earth. And then, but it has to be dry glue. Just put it in the center. Don't put it on the edges. Then place your acetate card. There we have it. With the back of it, more or less centered. If it's not perfect, please apologies for that. Then you take your other piece, the smaller one, that's gonna go in the center. So this one you don't necessarily need to worry so much about the placement of the double-sided, because you know it's smaller, so it's gonna go in. And this is the thing, even if you're using red liner tape, you still can see the double-sided. So this is why you put, and having papers like this is just so nice, because then you can go and you can see how the variation of color comes in perfectly. So then you take your, look at that, I mean, it's just so adorable. So what you do is you put the glue only on the body, because that's what the area where it's going to be covered both front and back with paper, so that's going to be solid. And then you lift it up, and then you put him in whichever way you want it, because again it shows, but it doesn't matter, because when we put that, it's not going to show. And then we are going to put that.
We've only got 4 minutes left on the show for you to make your decisions. Do check out your baskets. If any items are available, of course, they will be after the show. But we have had quite a few sellouts from Tracy today. So do make your choices, and do remember to check out your baskets.
Right, and for this one, please apologies, because the fact that this element is really shocking, to be honest.
That's not your shopping list on there again, is it, Paola?
At least there is not. There is that for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that show. I remember it well. We had Paola's shopping list.
Well, I have you know that I put all my bloopers. Well, not all of them, because they couldn't fit into videos. And yeah, and then of course we can use the other one in here, so that will give us a white edge. So it starts with you, I think, that bloopers.
Does it? Probably, yeah. Starts and middle and the end.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, well, it's that one. There is another one where because you told me that I was easy going.
I did.
I'm easygoing.
Easygoing, which you are. You're very easygoing.
I love that. I love it working with you. And then, of course, we have got here. Now we need the sentiment. So that is. I love these sentiments as well. So I think this one really, it's a fabulous sentiment that you can go. And I'm kind of going to do it as quickly as possible, which is literally seconds that it will take me to
stamp. Are you stamping directly onto the vellum acetate?
No, I'm using cards at the minute, which I'm using VersaFine Claire, which takes a few seconds to dry. Hopefully it will be all right. Look at that. Look how good. Totally winging it on a daily basis, which is exactly what I do. Everything in life.
Best way.
Absolutely.
And then you can see it because, of course, it's the from the set. So then I'm going to put double-sided. What is it? No, actually, with this, I can just use wet glue. How much you want to bet that the wet glue is going to be blocked? So I'm going to go in with a little bit. Yeah, I'm just going to go in because otherwise, going in with the fingers into the pot. And then going to go in here.
I'm just looking at your pots behind. Paola's do not touch.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. And there it is.
Look at that.
And he is actually flying.
That is absolutely beautiful. Paola, what a treat to have you on a Saturday night.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Because we don't normally see Paola on our shift because we work on different shifts, but it's lovely to have you on a Saturday night.
I just realised, it's lovely to have you here.
Well,
yeah. Anyway, I just realised that I didn't put the ones with the stamps in here. Oh, well.
That's okay, because we can see how you did it wrong. No, I mean, we can see how you've got the two different elements and how they could look. You could use that for something else, maybe put it on the back.
Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, I could put it here.
Yeah, you see? That would look lovely. Oh, thank you, Paola. So the brand new today has been so busy. We have had sellouts, but we do still have your options available for you. One item number 976496, 1495. We sold out of the... this one, yep. So I'm going to take that away. There you go. That's gone. Need to move them over, make them all nice and neat again. Congratulations, Tracy, your brand new collection. We've had sell out upon sell out upon sell out. And also, if you want to get hold of what we've got left, please do check out your baskets. Paola, thank you very much. It only has to be air kisses at the moment through a screen until one day we can be together again.
Indeed.
Yes. It's been great to have your company. We've got Scott coming up next. Please check out your baskets and we'll be back with you just after the break. Right, coming up next, Fabric Freedom Blenders one-day special. The lace knittery after that, interesting. And then back to the one-day special as we head into the night with Hochanda.
I am Matthew Palmer, a professional artist with the SAA, the UK's largest and friendliest art community. The SAA exists to inform, encourage and inspire all who want to paint, and that's exactly what you'll learn to do with me as your teacher. As a self-taught artist of 30 years ago, I know the challenges of a white piece of paper and learning how to paint. But with me, Hochanda and the SAA, I'll show you how easy watercolour painting really is. I'm here on Hochanda because I want to show you my watercolour painting techniques, and I want to get you over that white paper fear and get you started and develop your watercolour painting. So whether you're a beginner or an advanced artist, I've got some fantastic watercolour techniques that will get you started and take you even further on your watercolour journey. So join me, Matthew Palmer, for my shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Anna and I'm a founder of Craftbox UK. Craftbox is a box full of craft supplies that we send to our customers monthly. All products are placed in a beautiful, sturdy box which is ribbon tied, and we hope that by receiving this box you will feel like it's Christmas every month. Make sure you don't miss the Craftbox shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Pat.
And Mark.
From Totally Patched. We're a family-based business here in Shropshire. We've been established for about 20 years.
All of our kits come pre-cut, meaning all the fabric is cut for the actual people who want to make the items, whether they be cushions, bags, quilts or anything else you want to cast your creative memory or mind into.
Most of the kits we produce we design ourselves. The design process is usually inspired by the fabric itself. We only use great quality fabrics, 100% cottons.
So, whether you're a beginner or an experienced sewer or quilter, we hope we've got something for all of you.
Make sure you come and watch us on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp here in the UK. Teamwork makes the dream work, and at Clarity we are designers and manufacturers of, dare I say, beautiful, top quality and award-winning craft products. We are home to the very first, the original transparent art stamp. We hand make them here in Kent, and our talented illustrators are always coming up with new original concepts and wonderful artwork. In addition, we design and manufacture top quality stencils and masks. In fact, we also make precision cut reusable masks for our stamps. Since January 2017, we are also the new owners of Pergamano International, bringing together a wonderful blend of old and new parchment art. We are so fortunate to be able to showcase our newest and best products here on Hochanda, and to be able to demonstrate our art ideas to you, our Hochanda friends. So if you would like to learn more about Clarity stamping, stencil work, parchment art, both groovy and traditional, please join us, myself and the Clarity team, here on Hochanda for ideas and inspiration.
Evening all, how the dickens are you? I've just stood here waiting for the beginning of the show and realised I've got a candy cane coming right out of my top of my head. Look at that. I look like a dodgem. Right, anyway, it's lovely to have your company. 8 o'clock, Saturday evening. What better time to spend than with lovely fabric, and with a word of warning straight away that one of them has already gone. Limited stock, everybody. Cue close-up and dramatic music. We are showing you, which we had a launch of this show at 6 o'clock this evening. I can tell you it has been massively, massively busy. If you're looking for complementing lovely fabrics, beautiful patterns, fantastic discount, then this is definitely the show for you. This is the one I wanted to share with you straight away, give you an update. This is the Floral Vineyard Dark option that we have, and it is already limited stock. Now, if I just show you, for example, straight away on here, and you'll start to straight away get an understanding of just the beauty that these fabrics have. They are absolutely gorgeous, and they're all complementing. This is something we're going to talk quite a lot about in this hour, the fact that they do really beautifully complement all the other colours that you're going to be getting within each of the options, of which, of that, there are 8 options available. Each option has 10 half-metre fabrics for you on all of those that you're going to see, and all fantastic, beautiful cotton in their feel, touch and their quality. So, just want to give you an update on that straight away. I will go through all of the 8 options for you, but before I do that, let's just introduce to you the fantastic, lovely Hayley that's going to be sharing the hour together with us. There we are.
I know, 2.
How are we?
I'm fine, thanks. I can't really see you because there's a little thing.
Yeah, I know. Well, that may bring us on to our other subject that we're going to be sharing in the hour a little bit later on. We love that.
It's kind of exploded now. We started off with something quite fun and silly, and it's got way out. We had a planning meeting. We had a planning meeting between shows, socially distanced, but we did have a planning meeting. If you watch the 6 o'clock, that's cul-de-sac, as we now realise it is, has just grown. So if you want to be part of that, I'll tell you more in a minute. Which is great, which is mad. It's just really mad. Anyway, just so we can get planning now. Let's go down the options to start with. Is that the best way? Because there's so many to go through. So these kind of first 4 that we've got are all brand spanking new ones, and then the next 4 are ones that you've possibly seen before, just in different configurations. So we'll start with the first ones, which are the brush strokes. Right. So you've got the neutrals, which I think are beautiful, and these will go with so many projects. These are a really good stash builder, these ones. But also if you've got a particular project in mind, because we've brought you blocks before, which would work beautifully with these, that, you know, the things like the squiffy squares, where they rotate round, when you can graduate the colours in as well, they would look absolutely stunning. So that's your neutral option. There is a bright option as well, which is one of the ones that I've been working with, which has got kind of a full rainbow of colours in there.
Yeah,
so
these
you're
are
going,
amazing.
You've got reds, you've got those mid-oranges through to terracottas, really bright kind of scarlet reds, big cerise pinks, the kind of bluey purples in there, and then the lighter ones as well, going right the way through to your greens.
And when you say, I mean, I really hope that the TV is doing them justice, because when we say bright, these are really beautifully bright, aren't they?
Stunning colours on these ones.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And that really kind of soft variation in the colour, that brush stroke effect, really helps. It's a nice alternative to a batik if you're wanting to add something that's a plain but not a plain in, because sometimes if you've got plain fabrics and they are not a 100% match, then sometimes it's something that's a little bit off is worse than a clash. Do you know, something that's just not quite right match can be worse than a complete clash with a colour. But because these have 2 or 3 colours going through them, they're a lot easier to match with a lot more things.
They are absolutely beautiful. So these are neutrals and our brights that we're looking at here in the brush stroke. So they are gorgeous. Again, first 2 options that you've never seen before. We've got another 2 option as well. Again, one that we told you about. We'll come on to those again in a second. These are floral vineyard, and these are the light. Now, again, of the light option, half the stock has already gone. Don't forget, we're only a 1 live hour into the 1-day special, so it gives you an understanding of just how popular these are really going to be over the course of the whole day. I mean, I love these, and one thing that Hayley said in the first hour is that you'll see in each of the options, you'll see sometimes a repeat of the actual image, but then just alternated in a sort of a light or the dark or the thread, and the pattern is the opposite way to you might find it in a darker version, but with a lighter background. So they really lend themselves to complementing.
Some of them you'll get positives and negatives of, so you could easily pair those up and use those in, you know, one project or a couple of projects, or you could take a couple of pairs and use them in larger projects. But they're just a really nice kind of universal one. They're not so floral that they're very, very feminine. They could easily be used for kind of more masculine projects as well. I don't like labelling them masculine
I
and
know what you mean.
projects, but you know what I mean. It's they're not so kind of floral because they've got that vintage feel to them. There's a lot of kind of guys' shirts and things that have similar prints to that on them.
Oh, that'd be lovely, a shirt in these, Hayley. Lovely.
Well, we'll find a pattern, but the pattern will have to be that each panel will have to be a different half metre, because
listen,
it'll be quite loud.
They are quite loud, but they're lovely. I like that.
Oh, no, I mean, the shirt would be quite loud if it was every single panel was a different print, wouldn't it?
Let me show you. These are where we're already limited. Now, look at that. I mean, when you talk about deluxe, delicious, rich, beautiful, gorgeous colour. Do you know what? It's something in the thread as well. Is there anything special about this thread that's catching the light on them, Hayley? Because they're really, you get a lovely reflection of the thread that's in there.
It's a quilting cotton that you've got there, and you've also got just behind it, you've got the opposite version where you've got the brown background with the black print on, just across a little bit. No, keep going.
This one?
Keep going.
Oh, this here?
Yes, that one. So you've got kind of your positive and negative there. You can see
go.
they would work really, really well together because of exactly the same colours, or you could put something in there that's going to contrast with them.
And again, what other sort of I mean, would these be good if you're thinking of sort of doing cushions and throws?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a quilting cotton, so it's a good kind of medium weight cotton. So yes, cushions, quilts, all of that kind of thing. You can always, if you want to make something where the fabric needs to be a little bit heavier weight, so say you're wanting to make a bag or something where you'd add a stabiliser or a batting or a wadding to it, you absolutely can. You can get plenty of iron-on stabilisers that'll go in the back. Oh, you found another match.
Yeah. I'm enjoying this. I'm loving it. They are absolutely beautiful. I just want to stress again that the dark here has been the most popular as it stands right now. We are limited stock on the floral vineyard. Don't forget, you are getting 10 half metres on these as well. 215. Yeah, it works out just under £4 per half metre in each one of those options you go for. By the way, they're all in the same item code, 215611. When you get them on the web, just click down and find the actual combination that you're looking for. OK, moving on from the mottled floral now. And these are lovely because, Hayley, you were saying that you've got these sort of lighter and darker elements.
These ones I think we have seen a couple of times here before. But still so useful because, remember, you've got that mottled background, so you've got the dark patches and light patches on the background, but you've also got dark patches and light patches on the print itself that's on the top as well, which is quite unusual. Usually it's just a darker print over the top, but they've designed this so you've kind of almost got a bleached out sections as well, which is really interesting. And you've got lots of kind of nice vibrant colours in there, but you've also got a good selection of muted colours in there as well. And these are so good that you could, as we said before, you can put them in a bag, close your eyes and pull 3 out, and you've got 3 that will always work together because the print is the same.
They are gorgeous. I'm loving those as well. Just before I go any further on to the mottles as well, I just wanted to give you a quick update again on the floral vineyards. The dark option has now sold out on those. Now, they have sold out in that batch. We have got a few more, OK, but we're now looking at extended delivery, so the 9th of December. So it's only a few days to wait, not too far away, but they are the first, and I don't think they'll be the last to sell out on the one-day special. So we're now looking again for the 9th of December, if you'd like to go back in for those ones, of course, for the Floral Vineyard Dark. Right, picking back up again, we've now moved on to, and again, lovely vibrance as well. We've got the Ditzy Floral on here.
So these are, again, nice, punchy, bright colours on these, but you've got that really tiny print. So if you're thinking about things like your bindings and your edgings or your sashing in between blocks on a quilt, or even just doing smaller projects, maybe your English paper piecing and you want things that have got smaller prints on, then these are all brilliant for that because it is a really nice tiny print. So you're not working with a complete plain, and that kind of element of not having something that is completely plain, if you haven't got that exact match, that again will help it break it up a little bit, and it means it won't kind of clash as much as a match that's really close but just not quite there.
Oh, I got you. I'll bring the attention to this again. I know we talked a lot, well, I kept pointing it out in the first hour, Hayley, but you mentioned again on some projects where you have sometimes sort of a black edging, but this, look how lovely and royal that looks.
So we do a number of different blocks that just need maybe a plain black or a plain white to be put in as a sashing. And that's a really nice alternative to just having that plain black or white. Really lovely. Yeah, I see on that project. Yeah, great. But again, it's that sort of when you sort of see it up close and you start to realise then the quality of the materials that have been used for those projects. They are beautiful. And of course, I suppose the old adage that when you start adding black to any project, it makes the other colours stand out even more so. Yeah, it does. It makes them really pop. And remember, you don't always have to use these in their entirety. I mean, as a whole stash, brilliant. You could easily sew all these together, and if you're maybe rainbow quilting, where you're starting off with one colour and working your way through to other colours, perfect. You've got a whole range in here, so you can absolutely do that. Yeah. But the tiny pattern on that one is really helpful. Yeah, really helpful for smaller projects. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, I know you are going to be spoilt for choice on which options you go for here. I understand that, but honestly, you are getting such a lovely saving on here, and the fabrics, whichever you go for, you're onto a winner. To be honest, there's not a bad option amongst a lot of them, I promise you. Final 2 options we've got for you. We've got the Petite Dots, and we've got also the Petite Florals to look at here. We've put these 2 together because they're exactly the same kind of colour family. So if you have a look at them when you had them all on the row all together there, then you can see that the colours in the dots are the same as the colours in the flowers. Yeah. And they both have this kind of bleached out effect. So you've got your mottled kind of batiqued background, and then you've got your bleached out dots, and you've got your bleached out florals. So these will work brilliantly together. So if you are going for 2 sets that you want to match, this is a great option to go for. Lots of different possibilities with this, because you could match just the spots with the florals, and you'll go, as you go through, you'll find colours that match exactly. So you can use them together, or you can use them in completely separate projects and vary the kind of colours that you're using with the same pattern on. So you've got different options. So let's just try and give you a little example of where we are with those. There we go. That is good exampling right there. Yeah. I think I've just made a verb.
I think I've done all right there. But yes, you have. This is into the floral, the boutique floral, and they are absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure many of the green options there, but that.
Yeah, I mean, green's always a good one to have in your stash because green will go with everything. If you think, we say this a lot, but if you think about nature, then everything goes with green. You know, when you've got Christmas trees and things, you're putting all kinds of baubles and colours on them, and it always works. Because everything goes with green, so it's a really good option to have a few greens in your stash. Yeah. If you've got fabrics that you're kind of, what do I put with this? Go try a green. Lovely. Or try a purple, because they're your secondary colours, and greens and purples are obviously mixes of yellow and blue or blue and red, so that's why they tend to match with more things, because they're that secondary level colour and they're already mixed.
They are beautiful options. So 215611 again, these ones. Don't forget they are available on your Flexi. 2 payments of $19.98. I think you'd agree. Out of the all 8 options there for you, you have got a hard choice of which one to go for. Go for a couple if you want. You've got a great saving on this. Don't forget, £25 off. Because it is your one-day special. Of course, after that, your prices will go back up again. So now's your time to do it. Don't forget, if you're going to put them in your basket, make sure you do check them out. I'm sorry to preach to the converted, and it's not meant in a patronising way at all, but some people don't know the rules on the website for where, if it's been in your basket for 8 or, I think it's 9 minutes or so, without any action on them, they will get ejected out of your basket and put back into stock. So if you go back to it and think, I put it in my basket, where's it gone? It has a timer on it, so I don't want you to miss out. Certainly when we start getting to more limited on the stock there, so do get it in your basket, get it checked out once you've got them, of course, which is lovely. 215611. Now, it's always a happy hour with Hayley around, of course, but we've got a deal for a happy hour for you right now. We've also got your festive friends. Now, this is your fantastic Swiss roll. Got 20 pieces in total, 2.5 by 42 inches, 100% cotton. £6 saving on this for this hour only. $11.99. That's 922867, and you'll be getting this for $11.99. You'll be getting the emerald and white option available for that price as well. I've also got for you a lovely one for the Noah's Ark as well, if you'd like to take this advantage, of course. This has got 2 choices available. Both of them have that £6 saving. You can go for blue or aqua. 454873 aqua. Cul-de-sac. 454873 fluent. I'm fluent. $11.99, everybody. I think that's what they said about me. Yeah, definitely. This one, we've got monsters. Oh, this will be fun. This is great. 20-piece Swiss roll here, 2.5 by 42 inch wide. £7 saving for this hour only. $10.99, 957 779. I'm just looking at that little monster I can see on the outside of that Swiss roll there, and you can just understand how good that's going to be. That's going to be a fun fabric.
For any kind of youngster that's just starting to sew as well, because obviously they're pre-cut into strips, so you're kind of away. No cutting, no scissors, so you've taken some of the sharp bits out. But yeah, great for a youngster starting to sew these ones.
I love it, love it, love it. Right, 957 779. Grab that while that saving is on there for this hour for you only. Now, we've got something that you can share with us on said counter.
I have. I've got a couple of bits on here, and these are, I've got 2 different bundles. We'll do the wildflower one first.
Okay.
So what you get when you work with Fabric Freedom is usually they design their fabrics as full collections. So this would be your feature fabric. So your feature fabric will have usually the largest print and all of the elements that you'll find running through the other fabrics. So then we've got the pansies going there, and then we've got a smaller version on the darker background. I'm going to say these are buttercups, not very good on my flowers.
I think they are.
I'm going to try my best.
Yeah, I think they are.
Then you've got the yellow pansies. It's very similar to the purple one, just kind of a different colour on the background. These, I would say, are dandelions. I'm going to go with dandelions.
Yeah.
And these are like daffodils, nasturtium kind of things. So, looking at them all together, though, they make a lovely quilt set. But then I went and I had a look at the bright brushstroke version of the one-day special, and I've just pulled out 2 from there, which I think if I put them with these,
oh nice,
that one, and I've gone for the green one at the top.
Oh yeah.
So you can see just by taking 2 of those half meters out of there and adding them into here. That often kind of helps when you've got a lot of patterns in a quilt. Adding something plain or something plain-ish will help just break up those patterns and just allow your eye to kind of, breathe's not the right word, but do you know what I mean? You allow your eye to rest between all of the patterns, and you actually see more of the detail in the patterns by adding a couple of planes in. So they're a really good option to go for
good
that
call.
one.
Good call.
I've got 2 more colourways in this though, so let me just get rid of these pieces and then I'll show you the other colourways I've got, because I did a bit of personal shopping on them as well. So that's the blue and teal option there. So I went back to that same bundle that we've got, so the bright brush strokes, and I've pulled out this one and the lighter green one, because I thought they would work really nicely with those. Again, just adding those couple of planes in. The natural bundle would be a brilliant one for this particular set as well, because the natural bundle's got lots of light blues, light greys, and they would work really nicely in with these as well. And then the final option, because I'm sorry, I'm mixing things about a bit.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to follow you as well with them. You get a lot out of these.
And let me take this one down, and I'll grab the other one. And then the last one is the pink and green. So again, I'd go back in with this one, because it kind of is picking up greens within here and greens within this one here. And, well, I was going to pick a second one. Let me have a look. I might go for this kind of grey one again, actually, because it just picks out some of the grey within the flowers quite nicely. So I think I would probably go for those same 2 again with that one.
Liking
them.
them.
You can see you can extend your bundles really, really easily by adding some of the one-day special bits in. So this is, was it Wildflowers? This one. And there's 3 different colour options. This one is the pink and green, and the one that we've got on there, that's the purple and yellow. And please do the numbers.
Do the numbers. Purple and yellow, pink and cream, and there we have the original that you can see there, looking beautiful. So in this quilting mega bundle, 7 of your half metres, 44 inch wide, so you can 3.5 metres in total. £15 saving on these, and that is going to be for just $37.46. Item code 382507. Go for those whilst you can. It is while we've got stocks for you to take advantage of. Go on.
And you will get a kind of inspiration sheet with these, which gives you a really good block that you can work with. So it's a big quilting block, and it gives you all the shapes and sizes that you need to cut out to make a quilting block with them.
Lovely.
So you are going to get an inspiration sheet with these. I mean, you could easily add a bit of white to that, 1 metre or maybe 1.5 metres of white, and you've got instant quilt there. So fantastic option to go for.
Yeah, brilliant. Lovely.
Now,
what else we got there, Hayley?
The next one we've got, this is the meadow floral option, and you've got, again, your big feature fabric, the one that's got the biggest print on, with all of the elements that you'll see echoed through the other fabrics. There's 3 different colour options on this one as well. This one is the red-green. I have, this is the blue-purple. And then I've got blue-yellow as well. So imagine just adding a bit of white into this, or even I've got some of the bits from the one-day special would work quite nicely, because you've got so much yellow in as well. You could use that one. You could use that really bright yellow to give it a pop, because you've got the lighter yellows within here as well. So it will absolutely work. Or even bring that green one back in.
Oh, yeah,
because see how it's now pulled out all the green from that option. So you've got a lot of options of different things you could add to these to make them go further. So that was the blue option. This is the purple, blue and purple. And then the one on there, that is the red and green. Do me some numbers!
101451. Again, we've got a lovely saving on here, £4 down to just $23.99 for those if you'd like to take advantage of that. I know there's a lot of lovely fabrics on here. There we go. There's some of your details you'll be getting for your inspiration to work with. $23.99. Get them while we have got them for you. 101451. Red, green, blue, yellow, blue, purple are your options to look at. They are lovely, and there is your information sheet that you will also be getting with it. And it's lovely to see them actually complementing with what we've got for the one-day special. Like you say, they will work.
I'm only using one bundle there to pick out, you know, bits and pieces that would go with it. But there are bits and pieces in all of them that would coordinate with those sets. So you'd be spoilt for choice.
I love it. I love it. Right. What we got?
What we've got now?
Last two.
I must say the quick change that we did there. It was very slick. We were very proud of ourselves, weren't we, Molly?
It's very slick.
Very slick. So these are your lacquered print ones. Now, these are on a slightly different base. It's a little bit lighter. I wouldn't say it's as light as a poplin, but it's not quite as heavy as a quilting cotton. But it's got this white print on the top, what I would call a paste print.
Right.
So what you're getting is different patterns in each bundle. So the grey patterns will be different to the beige patterns, will be different to the white, to the cream. But they will all have a really tiny, ditzy little white print on the darker background, which is something that's quite unusual. You don't usually get white prints, because if you think about when you've got a printer, your ink's always darker than the page that you're going on. So this has to be done with a different technique. This is more of a kind of type screen print type technique that's used for these. And that's how you're getting that light print on top of the darker fabric. Now, there looks like there's a huge amount of contrast when you see them on the screen there. But then when we come back out to the wider shot, then you'll see when they're further away, when you're close up, you can see a lot of detail in them. When you're further away, they just look like a really nice, soft colour. They're very, very deceptive. And we've got two other colour options as well. We have the creams, which are those ones there. Stay. No. There we go. And we've got the whites as well. Stay. There.
Beautifully displayed.
Well, I'm just waiting for them to fall off, if I'm honest. Just waiting for them to start sliding.
It won't be long.
Can you do me some numbers,
Yes,
Melanie?
I will. So you can choose here, like you say, you're getting 5 of your half metres on these ones, 2.5 metres in total. £5 off, just $19.99 for your lacquered print bundle. They are absolutely beautiful. Great addition to everything you're seeing on the show. If you are looking just to bring some of those fabrics together, without, again, they're not stealing the limelight, but they've got a lovely softness about them that you get with that lovely pattern that's across them. 055 538 is your item code that you'll need for those ones. But again, you've got a lovely £5 savings, under £20 for 2.5 metres in total. They are gorgeous. Right.
OK, so in the previous hour, we made a disappearing line patch, chopped it up, sewed it back together, and that's our finished one there. It would benefit from a press, I'm not going to lie.
OK.
It would benefit from a good press, because it is a little bit wonky. Oh, there's a tiny spider. Go away. There was a really tiny spider.
Oh.
I mean, he's
trying to get in on the act.
He was, yes. He's get off my fabric. So you would press this properly, and then what we've been using for these is we started out with a 4-inch square. So if I show you it over the top of that one there, you'll be able to see round the edge, you can see where I've lost all of my 1/4 inches. Because what you need to remember is when you're quilting, unless you're going for a... sometimes you'll get a pattern and they'll give you specific sizes that you need to cut them when you start out. Sometimes you might want to change the size of that, or change the size of your overall block when you're going to finish off. So for this one, we've started with a 4-inch block with our squares, and then by the time we've sewn all of those together, we've lost 2/4 inches here, so one off the top, one off the bottom, 2/4 inches here, one off the top, one off the bottom, and another 2 here. So that's 2, 4, 6/4 inches that we've lost. So 6/4 is 1.5 inches off the total, because if we laid these out originally, 4 times 3 would be 12.
Yeah.
And we've lost 1.5 inches off that. So now at the minute we're down to about a 10.5 inch block, which by the time we sew them together and we take another 1/4 and another 1/4,
another half gone,
that's going to take us down to a 10-inch finished size block.
I see.
But what will always happen is, you know, little bits will run out here and there, or, you know, sometimes maybe 1/4 inch is not as neat as the other, and this bit's very wonky down here. I'll fix that later. But what we made to help with this is just a 10.5 inch square.
Right.
And these are all clear. This one has still got its protective perspex on. So you can peel these off, they'll be completely clear, and you can see there, my block isn't quite its 10.5 inches that it needs to be, so I can just square that up and then using a rotary cutter trim that off. If you've got a rotating mat as well, really, really helpful.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of keep it all in place. And you can trim all of those off, and away you go. You're always back to your perfect square.
Perfect. I can tell you the whole set has been really, really popular, actually.
Well, what we've done is we've done, as you've said, a whole set. So you've got 10.5 inch, and that comes with a 5/8 inch seam allowance ruler. We've got a 9.5. So the 10.5 will give you a 10-inch finished block. The 9.5 will give you a 9-inch finished block. And each of these are coming with a little seam allowance ruler. So that one's a 1/2 inch. So sometimes when you've got slightly trickier fabrics, that's quite a good one to go for. You've got the, oh, hang on, was that 3? Have I got them mixed up? No, yes, that's right. No, 3/8 with that one. 1/2 inch with the 9. And you're getting a 1/4 inch with a 10. So you've got a 10-inch block, a 10.5, a 9, and a 9.5. So you've got kind of all of your sizes covered there. And they are all concentric as well. So if I get my set that's open, let's pull that apart and get my set that's open, you will get your 10-inch, your 8-inch, your 6-inch, and your 4-inch square. I mean, obviously, they all clip inside each other for nice flat storage, but you're going to get all of those templates within one. So that means if you are doing blocks, and maybe I wanted to trim this one down here to a 10-inch, I can pop that over the top. Obviously, I can take the plastic off. I can see right the way through it. So I can line that up exactly how I want, and then just go ahead and trim the excess off the edges.
Perfect. So if you want to go for those individually...
It seems like such an obvious thing to do.
Well, you say obvious. It's only obvious when you realise what you need.
I know.
Isn't it? So if you want to go for the entire bundle, they've been proving really popular. It gives you all 4 sets that you can see, with a tool as well to give you those little extras off as well. £10 off on this for the whole lot. It was really, really busy in the first hour as well when we saw these are going for them. So just 2 payments of £24.98 you got those for. So a total of under 50 of £49.96. But that will give you all of the sets that you'll need, actually. 791530 is your item code you want to that. But again, take advantage of your FlexiBuy, spread the cost, so it's under 25 quid on your very first purchase on with those as well. We've also got one of your happy hour deals. This is your festive friends. Now you'll be getting 20 strips that you're looking at here as well. Now I will tell you, half the stock has already been allocated here. 2.5 inch by 42 inch, 100% cotton on all of these. They do have that £6 saving, and there's some really beautiful festive designs that you're going to find on the Festive Friends fabulous Swiss roll. 922867. Don't forget that this price is only for this hour. £11.99. What a busy show it's going to be. So do make sure you get them all into your bundle. Now, also, if you are watching and you're watching the 6 o'clock, for some reason, we started this whole idea of, well, being neighbours.
We created a monster, is what we've done.
We have.
We've created a monster.
It started by me being a peeping Tom, basically, by looking through the curtains at the neighbour, basically Hayley, the way that the set has been divided, and looking through these. And we said, wouldn't it be great if we were neighbours? And then Paola was in the next set, and she bought we decided, basically, we've created a cul-de-sac. Now, there are 40 properties up for grabs. We had a planning meeting between shows. There's a picture of this on Hayley's Facebook. There's a picture of this on my Scott Worsfold at Hochanda Facebook page. You can find that. And we are offering up, first come, first served. You can book a house on the plot. You're buying from plans, OK? 17 have gone. Now, this is amazing. We're 17.
We're saying there's 40, but some of them we are splitting into flats as well, because not everybody wants a whole house. So some of them we are splitting into flats as well.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we thought that's a really good idea. And now, because, obviously, that there's a duck in Hayley's life, we have a doggy as well that's going to be in Janice's. Yes. So we said, look, how do we try and create a place where it's going to be... So we've made a pub. It's at the end of the street. It's the Duck and Dog, everybody, which is the greatest local. It's a lovely... Now, it is a cul-de-sac. We've realised because we blocked off the end.
We've blocked off the end with the pub.
So, we've still got some plots up for grabs. All we need you to do is email in studio@hochanda.com. Which plot number do you want? Have we got the picture of the houses that... I'm number 4, you're number 6.
Yes, that's correct. But you have to bring something to the street.
Yeah.
You have to bring a skill,
a talent,
or a quality.
We've got mechanics that have moved in. We've got fire eaters that have moved in. Who's that now? Brig and Dave. They moved into number 16. I think they're just down from 1 from Paola. They're going to make cakes.
Paola's 19. They're down from Dan and Hannah.
Oh, then that's
We've
the
got
Hannah.
Literally, we have drawn it out.
Yeah.
You can get your
We'll get
name
your
put
picture.
on,
We'll show
and then
you
we're
it.
going to start making houses.
It's
and
being
sticking
filled
them
in
on
right
the
now.
back.
I just wanted to say for legal reasons, it ain't being built. But what I'm saying is, just in case everyone goes, I can't believe it, I bought it from plans and we're all moving in together, just so you know. We also
It is
need
a
to know
fantasy street.
the name of the street or the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, we've not done that, have
So
we?
even if you don't want to move in, we just need a name of the street where you can be there. Now, we're also going to give the option, if we get enough votes, we'll go with it. Do you want gated community, or you're happy for people to come in, but no turning of vehicles?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
it's
Scott's
either in or
very
you're not.
strong on this. He doesn't want any U-turns.
No U-turning.
Within the street.
All right, you know.
Because we blocked it off with the pub being the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, exactly.
It
So,
says no U-turns.
what
So-
house number do you want? Let us know. If it's gone, you have to move down one. And what are you going to bring to the street? We're having all sorts in there. It's going to be lovely, isn't it? What a street party. We got bunting. Don't worry. Haley's on
I'm on it.
What
I'm
number
on
house
it.
are you at?
6.
Number 6.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're number 6, aren't you? We're a bit further down. I'm number 4, number 6. We're not going up by the noisy ones, up by the dog and duck. It means it gives us a chance to walk off the drinks back home again.
Yeah. I think we should make it on a slight hill as well. So for when
Which
you're
way
coming
goes
home,
up? Is it but downwards?
Yeah,
Down-
downwards.
You woke up a thirst.
Yeah,
Walk
downwards
down
home.
with a bit of ease. Claire, you want to move into number 7? Number 7's gone, actually. Who's in number 7 now? Oh, Elaine's in number 7. I love Elaine. Do you fancy number 9? She's a teacher.
Excellent.
Right, you're in number
if we
9.
get locked down again, then she can do the homeschooling.
That'd be... Oh, yeah. You can have number 1, which is actually the showroom house as well. That's the one that people look in to buy off plan to go with it. But you might need to put new curtains and the carpet would have been trodden through a bit. But go number 9. Be very nice. Number 9's quite nice, actually. Got downstairs loo.
Yeah, they're all slightly different. We've made a Victorian terrace,
Yeah, we have.
we?
I love it. So keep them coming
We
in.
had a
What are you going to bring to the
proper planning
party? What
meeting
number do you
about
want?
this.
You what, Hayley?
We had a proper planning meeting about
Oh, we
this,
did.
didn't
We did. It's on the Facebook. While you're there, give my page a like. I've got no one.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not surprised with things like this coming up. So, right then, where are we looking at now?
Well, I was stuck on a sticker. I've just taken the sticker.
I'd like some nice curtains, actually. I
Well,
need some nice bright curtains.
Right, I'll tell you what. Shall we make your house?
Yeah.
And then we can put curtains and
Come on
stuff in
then.
it. We'll do a bit of applique.
Okay.
And we'll right. Are you going for this kind of terracotta red
I quite like
brick?
that. I do like
Right,
that.
no
I might get a
problem.
terracotta pot for the path.
It's a path. Right. First of all, let's stick it on a background because we're going to have to put it on a background to get cracking. Are we wanting sky and kind of garden?
I think, yeah.
Right.
Don't you?
Oh, well, it's a terrace though, isn't it?
So we've got sash windows. It's got a quite grand front door, I imagine.
I've got to sew this.
Well, when I say grand, I mean, I'm not
Right.
talking like a revolve.
You know, I'm not one to back down from a challenge.
No,
so
I know,
let's go.
I noticed that. And I want a picture of me in the window in a nice shirt.
Let's go.
No, there's a challenge.
You want a picture of you doing what?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
You've got ditzy florals, batik dots, batik florals, floral vineyard, light brush strokes, bright brush strokes.
Oh, do you know what
Do you remember the programme, Brush Strokes?
I do. Yes, I'm old
Different
enough.
strokes it takes. Different
That's
strokes it takes.
different strokes and brush
to make the
strokes are
world.
2 different shows. One
Oh.
was about a painter, and one was about an American family. I think. I think you've got 2 different shows mixed up there.
Might have just found me and
can
the
I ask
neighbour
a
having our very
question?
first ruckus. Keep it down, number 4.
You're number 4.
I know, I'm meant to
6.
be. I'll be number 1.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
The previous shows for Fabric Freedom, we've had some brickwork fabric. Do we have that today?
Not on the show.
That would have been good, wouldn't
Ruined
it?
it. Ruined it.
Well, it's not ruined it.
No, okay.
But
Okay.
I'm going to make you a house still. I'm going to make you quite a big house.
There's a lot of people sending their messages through, which I love. But make sure you do let us know what is your special skill you're going to be bringing. Molly, you moved into one of the flats on the street, haven't you? Yeah. Are you going ground floor or are you going? Ground floor. You're 32A. Yeah. So if you want to go 32B, you'd have Molly as your lovely neighbour. She's going to be below you, so keep the footsteps down. No massive parties.
Well, just no hard floors, or maybe just some rugs.
No hard floors. Whacking a carpet. But you'll have, which means you've got access to the garden. Yeah. But if you're really nice to Molly, you can share it.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll let you have a barbecue.
Oh, actually, that didn't go down well. Yeah, go terrace. You're not sharing a garden. Oh, Wendy, she just moved into 32B. Hey. Wendy, what are you bringing? What's your special skill? She can make bandanas for dogs.
What street doesn't need that? What street doesn't need that?
If this isn't converted into a soap opera, I don't know what will.
Molly, please, may I have an iron? Because I'm making some sash windows.
She's off. She's off to get an iron.
To get an iron.
I forgot what Molly's bringing to the party. What's Molly bringing?
Oh, she's a fabric designer.
She's
very organised.
She's very organised. We need that.
She can be like the
street party
committee.
organiser. Oh,
yes.
she could be the committee.
Yes, she could be on the
Neighbourhood
watch committee. Yeah. Excellent.
Right, you're on it. We're going to need neighbourhood watch. We need a bit of security in there. We've still got to find property for Yanis and Adam.
Okay. Go. Let's go.
Yanis, Adam, they're going to need Janice. Paola's already moved in. Janice, what number did Janice go for again?
14.
14. Not too far away from me for a pint of milk, which would be nice. Lovely Hayley. Fiona. She hasn't got to have the same house as me, by the way. She might be happy at the other end of the street.
She can go and live underneath Molly.
She can
in the quiet.
Yeah, there we go. No.
Above Molly.
No, Wendy, she's above it.
Wendy's already in there.
In the basement, otherwise you don't want that. No. So yeah, all the presenters will need a nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So welcome that.
We'll
unless those plots have gone, you're getting quick.
Yes. See if they're not quick enough.
They are going quick. We've got 40. Are we half full? Have we got any names yet for the cul-de-sac? No names. We're still looking for a name. What can we call it? Just keep that one going. What are we going to call where we live in? And do we want gated community, or are we happy just as a cul-de-sac?
I feel that you want a gated community here. You kind of seem to be selling that slightly.
I'm just saying. I'm just. No ball games either. I want a sign outside that says that. I want no ball games, anybody.
Okay.
And no partying after. What time should we say?
Well, I think it should be
9 p.m.
I think about 11.
Just getting home.
11's reasonable.
What time?
11.
11. Yeah.
And then, but if it's like a street party and everybody's in there anyway,
crack on.
Crack on.
Crack on.
I think there's got to be exceptions.
Take the milk directly from the milk person as they walk down the street, giving it all out. Right, everybody. Update on the jelly roll, on the festive friends Swiss roll we've got for you here. All limited stock now, everybody. Limited stock. Can you see some of the fabrics on there? Bit of alpine. Loving the trees. Mistletoe. Oh, I wonder how much kissing's not going to be happening this year because of lockdown. Well, not
most
lockdown.
Of it.
No. Oh,
well, if you're already with the person, you're allowed to kiss them, so you can have a little bit of kissing.
That's fine, yeah. Not on our street, though. Don't want that snoodling, canoodling.
Have you banned kissing already?
Oh, yeah, get your mistletoe. Get your mask on. 922-867. Now, I've had an idea for this, and if anyone takes it and makes money from it, 10%. I think what we need to make is a 2-metre cracker so everyone can pull safely at Christmas. What do you reckon? 2-metre cracker so that you can still feel, Molly, that we could pull together. So that gives us...
Sounds dodgy.
You can imagine the kind of look I just got from Molly's face then, can't you? That didn't go down well.
I don't think she wants to pull with you.
Noisy neighbour. What we can do is we can pull our crackers safely at a 2-metre distance. Inside, there'll be a temperature gun, another mask and some disposable gloves. Lovely. And a hat that runs into a mask.
Oh.
A scarf and hat. A smat. 2-metre crackers. Run with that, Dragon's Den. How are we getting on, Hayley? Save me, because I'm dying over here right now.
I was just letting you hang yourself there, I'm afraid. I wasn't helping you out at all.
Who are these neighbours?
There you go. I've given you a nice big windowsill.
Everybody needs good neighbours.
It's a nice little...
Going to get sued for bad singing.
Right, what colour curtains do you want? We're going to start with just one at a time. What colour curtains? That's quite a big windowsill. I might have to chop that down a little bit.
Well, what have you got there so that I can choose from?
Well, I've got some flowery ones.
Yeah.
I've got any of the one-day specials.
Oh, have you got any polka dotty ones?
No, I haven't got that one. I've got any of the new one-day specials.
One request. I've got 8 options. I went for one.
I've got the first 4.
Right. Okay. I do like the brights.
Okay. We can do that, definitely.
Yeah? Okay.
Any particular colour?
Well, I think, let's go. Look, I'm at the end of the street. I'm number 4. So let's start off with me to go. Well, let's go bright.
You want red. Okie dokie. You can have some red curtains.
Bedroom window.
So you want these ones upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, let's make you some curtains. I've got to stitch all this together in a minute.
I know. I'm loving that. I'm loving that as well. I've probably got a downstairs shower as well. You can walk in. Not you. Well, you it's a little walk down for number 32A. You can have a downstairs.
If you're inviting Molly into the shower already, the neighbours are going to talk, and I'm your neighbours.
So, can we go through, Miss Producer? What skills have we got? Kaz is number 2. She's the first one as well. Now, Kaz can knit and crochet.
Perfect. We'll have
That's
that.
lovely. That's number 2, Kaz. I'm at number 4. I'll do anything. Basically, if you want someone to come and trim your bush, I'll come down there and trim your bush if you want me to do it. I'll even do your windows. I'll be one of those guys in the neighbourhoods. It's a bit rubbish, but sometimes when you're desperate, you knock on. Paula. Paula's in number 5. She's a painter. That's handy. Al Haley. She's at number 6.
Yep.
Oh, Elaine, she's a photographer. She's at number 7. Oh, that's quite handy. Next door neighbour there, photographer as well. Number 9, Claire. She's our teacher.
You've got to remember, in the planning meeting, all the even numbers are on one side, all the odd numbers are on the other side. So it's just kind of opposite.
Yeah, that's opposite. Oh, we can look in. We can look in.
OK.
Suzanne, she's got number 10, plot number 10. She's a dog groomer.
Oh, there's plenty pets on the street.
That's great. Janice will like you for that as well. Look after the doggy. Oh, Janice is number 12. That's handy. I would just knock through your garden. Just let her run around as well, so you can charge her for basically, technically, it's time on your lands, but do nothing. Hannah and Danny, they're in number 14. For any technical issues, they're really good for your electric. So if you know you've got a Wi-Fi
your telly
problem,
stopped working.
yeah, if it's really go on, knock on.
broken.
Hannah's there. You go, Hannah, I can't get reception with my telly. Can you help me out? She's really good. Danny's really good with an aerial. Who? Oh, you. Kate's at Katie's in number 15. What are you bringing to the party? She can teach people to ride horses. Every local community needs that.
Yep, absolutely.
Love a pony ride. Brig and Dave, they're at number 16, and they're making cakes. Love that. Powder's at number 19. She'll be around George all the time.
Brig and Dave could be on entertainment as well, because I've seen a lot of their songs.
Oh, yes. They could do a couple of spots down at the Dog and Duck.
They could be the house band for the Dog and Duck.
We'll get you some gigs in there. Sue, she's at number 21, latest as well. Now, she's got 2 dogs and 3 ducks.
Perfect.
Technically, this sounds like a park. All round yours. You're going to get with Janice as well. Ivy, she's at number 22. Now, she's a 5 performer. She's growing on me. I'm liking that, Ivy. Lou. Oh, not our Lou. Another Lou. Lou can serve pints. You're in. Cheryl, she's moved into number 20. You know Cheryl.
Yeah, Cheryl.
She's a nurse. Yeah. Trisha, she's in number 31. She's moved into as well. She could babysit. Wow.
Oh, she was pet sitting.
Now, you're next to Molly, is in 32A. Just so I could drop the kids off. Wendy, she's upstairs from you, 32B. Lovely lady. Hang on, what can Wendy do, by the way, again? Oh, she makes bandanas for dogs. How could I forget? Debbie, she's at number 34. It's like the charts. She's a dog trainer. Tell you what, with a bandana dog doing tricks, this is going to be a right old night. We're dogging. Well, not that. Sorry, that came out wrong. Dog is. I don't know, there's a lay-by. Is there a lay-by?
No.
That's the Dog and Duck for you.
Just
hang on, still get over that one.
Abandon ship, Scott.
I think I might be asked to move out. Number 38, Wendy. Wendy's going to open a fabric shop. And Anne-Marie, she's at number 39. Anne-Marie, what's Anne-Marie doing? I can't believe you kept track of all these. That's amazing.
I drew her a chart.
What's Wendy do? Oh, Wendy's doing the fabric shop. Right, so we've still got a house up for... We've got about half the plots left. Let us know what you can do, put your name in, and we'll get this up. I think what we should do is, once we've got everyone's name on it, we'll take a photograph, put it up on our social media.
Yes.
So you can see where you're going to be when we move in. This is going to continue on, by the way. I'm liking it. We still need a name of the cul-de-sacs. And Anne-Marie's going to spy on everyone.
Do we want that? I don't think we want that.
Hang on, we don't just take anybody.
Yeah. No, I think we maybe have to put a stop to that.
Yeah.
You're
not happy with that, are you?
No, I'm not.
Molly, how do you feel about that? Definitely no.
No, Anne-Marie, you're out.
She didn't want to put a cracker with me. She doesn't want that being spied on.
No. Anne-Marie's out.
Keep them coming. studio@hochanda.com. We still need the name of our cul-de-sac and any other rules you want to bring in. I'm thinking the no ball games is the least of my problems right now, since I mentioned that last comment. Or maybe it does apply. Are we getting on?
Well, I've got some. I'll turn it that way so we can get it on the overhead one. I've made you some curtains. Well, I'm in the process of making you some curtains.
I love it.
And then we've got a little bit of a window frame.
I'm liking this.
To go.
I can't believe it. Time's nearly. You know what? We're only about 6-7 minutes away.
What?
I know.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get cracking on this tomorrow to get it finished. Hang on, that's that one. There you go. That one's there. That one's the sash window you wanted, yes?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, and windowsill.
I'm like that. Okay.
So I'm going to do you another curtain for this side.
I'd like to. Otherwise...
And then I might just make you peeping out. like a peeping Scot. Yeah, like peeping Scot. That's what I'm going to make.
Okay, this is how rumours start. Now, when I've got no likes, I have a little Facebook page on Hochanda.
Well,
everyone's like that. Oh no, I'm not being associated with that.
Well, you are tough.
Okay. Bit harsh.
No, I think it's about right.
I'm liking
where's
this.
my pen gone? There's my pen.
Can I have a little bit of ivy up the side? I know we've got some green.
Okay, I'll do my best. I'm just going to take it one of those straight edges.
Hochanda close.
I think we can do better. Be more inventive.
We can be more inventive than that. Well, I'm asking, but it doesn't seem we can be because no one else.
It's late.
Nobody's got any ideas.
We'll find a name.
We'll find a name.
We'll find a name.
We'll find a name. I think I'm with you again. I might be with you again tomorrow.
Okay, so as I'm putting these, I haven't been telling you what I've been doing really. I've just been sewing curtains on. So what I've done is I've drawn a line down the side, which is where the edge of my curtain is going to be, and then I'm just putting a line of straight stitching down just to secure this edge. So we're really kind of into kind of art quilting stuff and just fabric manipulation now. So I'm going to do a straight line down this edge, just to secure that down, because this is going to get covered over with the pieces that we're putting on the top, and I'm not too worried about having, you know, reverse stitches and things, because all this is going to get covered over in a second anyway. So then from there I'm going to just pleat. Let's get some of these threads out of the way, and then we're just going to put pleats in the curtains, just folding it randomly to create the other side of your curtains, and then the last one I'm going to tuck underneath, so that we can have a nice kind of, not have the raw edge showing on that side. So I've got those in place, and then I'm just going to take the iron to it, keeping my fingers out of the way, just crease that all the way down, popping some of those creases in, just to create that little bit of texture for your curtains. So from here, I'm then going to put my bits on the top. Now I can trim some of these down, and I can put a row of stitching across the top there just to hold those in place as well, so they don't move while I'm stitching the other pieces on. And then we'll put our window frames on like that, and we'll use a satin stitch to hold everything down in place.
Okay, lovely, love it. They're nicer than my curtains at home.
So that one goes there, and then we've got the bits coming in down the side. And because we're going to satin stitch these, which is a more solid zigzag stitch over the edge, then that will hold everything in place for us.
I
put
see.
the other. I keep picking that one up. That's the wrong bit. There we go. There's the other side. And there's your windowsill at the bottom there. So I can, if I wanted to trim some of this off to lose the bulk, then I can do before I pop that windowsill on. And we'll get all these threads tidied up and get that stitched down, and then we'll start on some more bits tomorrow. We'll just build it up and up and up.
I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Do you want to do a bit of stitching tonight? Should I just give everyone a quick update again on?
Well, we can do a bit of both.
Okay.
How's that?
Yeah,
we'll do a bit of both.
That sounds good. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go through the options for your one-day special. It's a lot of fun as well, isn't it? I'm loving it. Let's start off with the brushstrokes neutral. Now, actually, a third of the stock has gone. These are the brushstrokes. We've got neutral and we've got the bright option. A third of the stock of the neutral has already gone, and over a third is the bright. Now, by the way, these four options, the two of the bright and neutral, and we've also got the dark and light of the following two options. These are absolutely brand new on, not to be seen. You may have seen some of the other options before, but actually together to choose from here, you've not had a chance. So we're looking at a third and over a third of the stock for the bright. These are absolutely beautiful. Then we've got the floral vineyard as well. So over half of the stock of the light option has already been allocated, and they are absolutely beautiful that you can see. The dark option of the floral vineyard has sold out. It's back in on stock. We're now looking at extended delivery from the 9th of December. So it's only 3 days, not too long a wait, but 3 days we have to wait for those ones themselves. Then, spinning rounds, we've got the mottled florals. These are beautiful, actually. A third of the stock has gone on these, and you can see that lovely effect, the lighter and the dark tones that are coming through on those. They are absolutely gorgeous. That's the mottled floral. And we've got the ditzy floral. So another colour that we've not really looked at there. The ditzy floral, really beautiful. Again, when you see that smaller elements inside on those, again, really, really beautiful images. Last but not least, we have the batik dots, and we've also got the batik floral as well. Really lovely. Again, you'll find that they've got complementary colours in either one, so if you're going to be working with these, you can. So even if you look at the flora and the dot, for example, you can see you're going to be able to find lovely matching colours that will go with. They're all of the same item codes, 215611. You can get these on Flexi. Both of those payments will be under £20, £19 and, ooh, is it, bless you, is it 68, 98, so close. But it is available there. But don't forget, whichever one you're going for, you've got a £25 saving, which is phenomenal. Don't forget, another live one-day special starting again tomorrow at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, then at 12, then final call at 4. Hayley, we're getting some quick suggestions of some names of our street. Craft Yourself Silly Street. Scotty Square.
Oh, I like Scotty Square.
Mad Hatter's Close. They all have legs, I think. We'll have to see. I think Hayley will carry this on again tomorrow morning. Who knows as well. But I tell you what, we'll name... Are we together at final call?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. Listen, I'll tell you what, we will announce the name of the streets at 4 o'clock on final call. We'll do that tomorrow. Listen, thank you so much for getting involved with us as well. I hope it's been a bit of fun, and well done if you managed to get any of the stock there. Hayley, thank you. It's been a delight.
Thank you.
Absolute delight.
We're going to have a lovely time tomorrow.
I'm
going to make this whole house for you, Scott.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm moving in straight away. Thank you from Hayley and myself. Thank you very much indeed. Don't go anywhere, though. I'll be up with you other side of this. OK, I'm coming up with you next. I've got lovely Debbie that's going to be taking me through the next hour. And if you love your wool, and you are really going to enjoy it, we've got some lovely designs for you. Then there's going to be a repeat of the one-day special for you. Also, all that from a blank screen.
Did you know you can watch Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for free using our app on Roku? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Roku streaming player or Roku TV accesses the Roku channel store to add new channels. By downloading the Hochanda channel, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how to do it. Turn on your TV and connect your Roku device. Next, turn the power on and press the home button on your Roku remote. Scroll up or down to select settings. Select your network and select setup connection. Roku uses a wireless connection, so select your router name and add your password. This should be on the side or the bottom of your router. If this is the first time using Roku, then you'll need to set up an account on the device or by going to the Roku website. That's it. Now it's time to add the Hochanda app. Simply press the home button on the Roku remote. Scroll up or down using the arrows on your remote to select streaming channels. Then open the channel store. At the top of the channel store, you'll find a list of featured, new and popular categories to explore. Enter Hochanda into the search bar and this will take you to the Hochanda app. Now simply select Add Channel. When you see the added channel screen, press OK and return to the home page. Now scroll down to the Hochanda app and press the star button on your remote. You can then use the arrow buttons to move Hochanda to the top of the screen for quick and easy access. And that's it. You can now watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, I'm Katrina from Rowan Dean. We're a small family business that design embroidery kits. Embroidery has always been my passion and I'd love to show you how to do some of the stitches and some of the kits. We're based in Derbyshire and I'm really inspired by the landscape and flora of Derbyshire, and I think other people will be too. Our kits are really easy and I hope they inspire you to have a go at stitching. Since we've been on Hochanda, we've had a great time. Everybody's been really friendly and really good. We've met loads of people all around the country who watch Hochanda and find it really inspiring. Don't forget to join me on my Rounding shows on Hochanda.
Hello, my name's Stuart and I'm the Managing Director of Oakwood Archer. Oakwood Archer is a family-run business and my son and my daughter work very hard with me to bring the best craft items to you in the UK. We specialise in high-quality items brought into the UK from all over the world, including brands like Kaisercraft, Stampendous and Impression Obsession. Working with Hochanda is fantastic for us. It gives us the opportunity to bring all of these brands and all of these products from all over the world direct to you, the crafter in the UK. Our products include stamps, dies, papers, buttons, trimmings, ribbons and album making kits. Just about everything you need to be a good crafter. So please don't miss Oakwood Archer shows on Hochanda.
Hi, we're the team from Daisy Bee Stamps. My name's Nina, this is Josie, and this is my dad Roy. And we design and manufacture our very own polymer stamps. So 3 years ago, we decided to embark on turning our own designs into polymer stamps. We're really excited about where this is going to take us in the future and how we can evolve those designs and keep bringing you something that's just so different. So we wanted to add an extra element to our stamp collection, and this was down to Josie using her iPad and hand drawing the amazing sentiments that we now have in our collection. All our designs complement each other so that you can use them again and again to create something new. So make sure you don't miss the Daisy Bee shows on Hochanda.
Okay, everybody, how's your evening going? I hope you're having a lot of fun. I hope you're keeping warm. It's very cold out there tonight as well. Certainly getting very wintry indeed. And speaking of warmth, then I can tell you we've got some absolutely beautiful fabrics and wonderful projects for you to work that are all about lovely and warmth that you're going to see, and style and all the fun and everything you need to be able to make them also. To do that, our guest for this hour is lovely Debbie, who's going to take us through everything that you're going to see. A very good evening.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I am absolutely wonderful.
It's lovely to see you here in the studio. It's been a little while since you were here with us.
It has been a little while, yep. Really just circumstances got in the way. Every single time there was a slot, I was like, yeah, but I'm doing something else, so I'm over the other side of the country.
Oh, blood. Where are you based?
Somerset.
Oh, are you? Wow,
Yeah.
that's a long trek, isn't it?
It's about 3 hours to come up here.
Oh, well, listen, thank you for taking the time to come up with us this time. And I know, how's the year been for you as well since we were last with you in the studio? Because it's been quite challenging for some people.
It has been silly in terms of it's just exploded.
Wow. Wow.
Which has been really good, and I'm really thankful.
Yeah.
And thank you very much, everybody. And I appreciate everything.
Oh no, that is lovely, because I've spoken to quite a few guests that have come through about this, because lockdown seems to have had both lockdowns really as well, but the whole of 2020, it seems that within crafting and with beautiful projects like what we're going to look at this hour as well, it seems that those sort of things have really gone up, and I think people have had that chance on their own, or just to discover something that they put a needle down a while ago and had time to pick it back up. Or sometimes it's a case of going, do you know what, I've never had time to do something in the past, and starting from scratch. So is that the same sort of case where you think that that's where business has really come from?
I think so, and I think people want comfort and they want to get back to basics.
Yes.
And the only time I really got really upset during the lockdown was I ran out of free things to give away.
Oh, no.
And I can remember going, oh, I've got anything to
Nothing
give.
to do. Yeah, well, that's the other thing, because it's been trouble to get hold of some materials as well, hasn't it, during it? Well, listen, it's lovely that you're with us now. Thank you so much, Debbie, for being with us as well. And great to have you coming on a Saturday evening. I love the projects that you brought down here, and they are absolutely beautiful. And I know we had a little conversation earlier on. I know that time was sort of against us, really, in some ways. But there's some lovely things in here, and the more you were explaining, the more you start realising, oh, that is brilliant, that's lovely. So nice and easy, straight from the finishing and all of those. So,
Absolutely.
and the other thing, really worth mentioning, that a lot of the materials that we're working with, you've had a really big hand in how they look.
I've designed all the patterns, so they've come out of my head.
Right.
And all the colours have come out of my head as well, and I dye the whole lot.
Wow, so you are one man band the whole process.
The whole process.
The whole process.
So I have just about got rid of the green off my fingers. So sorry.
Well, listen, the colours you've got and the projects you've got are beautiful. So let's go down the counter now, and we'll start off actually here. This is the twirly shawl that we were just talking about a second ago, and it's here as well. So firstly, I mean, the colour is beautiful that we're looking at. And I know we've got some colours in here as well in the hour that you've not seen anywhere else. You're only launching with us as well at Hochanda.
Those ones, I call them my Baroque colours because they're single jewel-like colours.
Right, yeah.
But even though they look single, if you look closely at them, they're actually two colours, and I actually push the dye in by hand, by fingertip.
You can see the elements as we
go
through.
So there is always a little bit of difference in the dyes, in the way that they swing through the colours. And they change slightly with those Baroque ones as you see them in different lights.
I see. And I have to say, how beautifully soft.
The yarn you have in that is 100% British baby alpaca.
Oh, wow! Oh, OK. Now, so, UK...
Yep.
Born bred, alpacas, baby alpacas, and then you, here again, UK, have done all the colouring, designing it, and done all that for us as well, and put together Wow, now that is absolutely fantastic, and we're all about supporting everything, you know, from regarding the UK here, which is absolutely beautiful for this. We've got 3 colour options which we go through. We have got the beautiful garnet. I know we're just talking about those starting. There's your garnet. We've also got the mallard for you that you can see as well. That has been looking at the mallard, isn't it? That's where we've been looking at there as well. And we've got storm clouds, which is in it, is absolutely beautiful. So in the kit, I'd say we're going to get the whole ball of the yarn.
The whole ball, and what we've done is that we've made a special amount of yarn, so that instead of sometimes you have 2 hanks to do something, and you might get I might have done one lot on one day and one lot on the other, so you might get a mix in the dye lots. What we've done, we've actually made them a special amount that you would have enough to do the entire lot.
Oh, I see. I tell you what, they are absolutely beautiful. I don't know if I can show you. I'm hoping that the screen can pick this up, because those little elements that are in there, I don't think the TV's doing it justice for us, and that's no criticism. That's just the way it is. When you see things in the flesh, it's always that much richer that you see. But oh my goodness, how beautifully soft and wonderful these are.
It's wonderful stuff.
Oh, wow.
Isn't it?
It's so gorgeous. It really, really is. Now, you're going to be getting the pattern, you're going to be getting all the material that you need, and you're also going to be getting the project bag as well, all there. So this is looking at £39.99. Now, you can do that on Flexi. So you can get this home for as little as £18 right now. That includes your P&P if you're going to go that as a Freedom member on that, which is absolutely phenomenal value that you can go with. Now, I'm just thinking, I know we've got the instructions in here as well. That's all there, beautifully put together. Let's say I'm a novice, I'm a beginner. Is this suitable for me, or do I need to have had a little bit of some experience before?
That is really a beginner project, and also, as well as when I design anything or I think about anything, I am really, really, really lazy. I don't
Share as much as you like. That's fine, that's good.
I don't like all the boring bits. I don't like all the weaving in and all the stretching and this and that that you have to do. So that shawl that you're looking at, the twirly shawl, looks like that when it comes off the needles.
Wow.
It wasn't even pressed.
So no finisher needed, they're all ready to go?
All ready to go.
That is absolutely... I'm OK to turn this round and twist this round so we can see the whole of the finish that you're looking at here. but it's a beautiful. And did I hear before the whole idea of the alpaca wool as well? That's I mean, it has got a lovely softness about it, but the warmth from inside, there's something really...
It's really, really lovely because it's got a finer micron diameter on the fibre.
Right, that's a view. Yes.
You'll also find that anybody who says their wool makes them itch, they need to go for things like alpaca because it tends to be the lanolin in wool that makes people itch.
Oh, really?
And alpaca doesn't have lanolin in.
Oh, so all these people that think, I just can't do wool, it's a certain type of wool.
Yeah, give non-sheepy animals a try, so...
I never thought I'd hear that quote, but thank you for saying it as well. God, no sheepy animal will try. I love it. 10% of the mallard has already sold out, by the way. $35.99 if you're a Freedom member. 097894 is your item card. You need 3 colours: Stormcloud, Mallard, and Garnet also. Right, let's move down. So we've got lots of lovely, lovely projects for you to look at as well. And now we're going to be giving you the beautiful Exmoor wrap knitting kit here. So you've got £5 saving on this. And I'll just show you on the picture and then you can see here as well. But talk to us a little bit about the project on this one, Debbie.
So the Exmoor wrap is one that is the first time anybody outside our house is seeing it.
Oh!
It's never been seen before.
Exclusive.
It is exclusive, and you've got 2 exclusive colourways there as well. All the ideas for the colours just come out of my head. I always call them moments in time. So you've got 2 exclusive colours. Not Stormcloud.
Wood Smoke.
Wood Smoke.
Yeah.
Which was actually when we had a bonfire at the top of our garden, and you know, you find ideas everywhere, don't you? And if you panic or not, it still comes out with a good idea. I would panic for 2 hours thinking that we were going to set the thatch on fire on a really big house near us.
Oh no! Oh wow!
With the sparks.
That's a worry.
Staring intently at the wood smoke. But look, there you go. Happy accidents, isn't it?
Happy accident indeed.
So you get that's a really lovely grey, really warm, soft grey that's got some purple in. And then the sea green colour, the other colour, is our local piece of beach is West Bay in Dorset. And that was the colour of the sea.
Oh.
In the winter, it goes that sort of really deep, greeny, bluey,
That
on
is
certain
beautiful.
days. And the colours just fix in my head.
Yeah.
And then it's how to replicate them
And then you work them.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I tell you, it's a real talent. There's a huge amount of material.
There is
here.
a huge amount there. You've got 450 metres there.
Oh, blimey.
And it is, again, another British breed. So it's a British wool breed, a sheep breed called Blue-Faced Leicester.
Blue-Faced Leicester.
So you've got 50% Blue-Faced Leicester and 50% silk.
Wow.
In that. So again, it's really soft, really snuggly, really tough. The thing about Blue-Faced Leicester is it's like linen, so it gets softer with wear.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I wonder about that, because there are some garments that you put on and so on, you go, do you know what, this
like,
actually...
itchy.
Yeah, there are. There's the opposite, where you go, this is not good anymore.
Not right.
But there are some that you just feel that they sort of get to know you almost, and then you feel at one with them and work with it.
Is one of them. And the silk on there, again, I spend hours, I spend months and months and months researching all the different things. I'll quite often go to the farms, look at the animals.
Right, I see, yeah.
All the way through. So it is tussar silk on there, which actually means that they don't boil the silk.
Oh.
No.
I see.
So the little silk cocoon worms are allowed to hatch out.
Oh, well, I tell you what, this is a lesson. This is a lesson. But I love, well, you know, but that knowledge that we're talking about, though, you know, it's lovely because you know that you've got that in the pieces that you are making. That's absolutely all part of that you are going to be getting. So again, huge amount. 400, what did you say?
450 metres there.
450 metres.
I try and make it so that I tend to be, on my knitting gauge, I tend to be right in the middle.
Okay.
So I always add on about 10 to 20% if something's really, really
Just to
loose, or
cover
they
for
want
it.
to make it longer or shorter.
That's lovely. I tell you what, generosity on here as well. You're getting an awful lot of that, up quality, all dyed as well, as you know, by Debbie, with the instructions. And again, you're also going to be getting the bag to go with that. That is 142625, £22.50, 2 flexi payments if you'd like to take advantage of those. Does have that £5 saving, but really beautiful project. That is gorgeous, honestly. And this is so many times I've said this before. If we just had a little bit of touchy vision, you know, in some ways you might get into trouble for it, but there are a lot of times when you'd really get a payoff. If you were to feel these, you'd really understand. Now let's move down, and again, I tell you what, let me just show. Oh, what is this that I've got here?
That is kid mohair and silk.
Oh my! You need to have this as a pet. Even if you don't do anything with this, Debbie, this is lovely. Honestly, this is so beautiful.
Again, it's another non-lanolin bearing animal, so if somebody's got their lanolin allergy, that would be perfect for them.
Oh, lovely colour.
It's called Lochor, so again, like I was saying, that I get ideas, they just fix in my head.
Right.
Lochor is actually on the west coast of Scotland, in Argyll, and we were visiting there, and I was walking up from the loch shore, and the sunlight hit the new bracken, and it was that colour.
Oh,
and it fixed
wow.
in my head.
That's
and
amazing.
That's it, gone. But, you know.
That is amazing. So we have the options here, 2 patterns that we're looking at on these ones. So we got two options. You do get both. As part of this, it's just the one behind me, isn't it? That I've got that I can see again. But you know, something like this again, from a fashion point of view. I mean, it just seems like it's going to be one of those that you just put on and just feel snow, feel warm. But again, like you say, one of those that's going to sort of just really brighten any look that you go with, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's just it just makes you smile. It makes me smile.
It's beautiful. I know if Fiona was looking, Fiona would absolutely love something like this. When you see something and it becomes again one of those favourites to make. I mean, how advanced do we need to be again to start with this?
That one is slightly more advanced.
Yeah.
So I would say it goes from the twirly shawl to the Exmoor, but you don't need to have very much experience to do the Exmoor wrap. Then I would say the local, the ebb tide.
The shaping of it is so beautiful.
It does it by itself, and this is it again. I try and do it so that you get the picture.
Right.
So many of us buy patterns and things, and you see the picture on the front, and you go, "Yeah, I'm going to make that," and then you get this thing at the end. You think that doesn't look like it really does not look like.
It was in my mind.
Exactly. So I really, really try and make them so that you get what it looks like on the pattern.
Well, I love it. You're going to get both of the patterns that you'll be working on here, plus the bag also. $34.99, 572-229. I know you'll be spoiled for choice, everything you're seeing here, but they are all absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous projects to work on. I think certainly when we're into those, you mentioned about being snug and nice and warm this time of year as well, which is phenomenal. Now, I want to just show you now we're worked down. I know we've got some I'm going to show you because here we've got a lovely, lovely kit. This is that beautiful hand-painted drop spindle spinning kit. Now, sing the theme tune, write the theme tune. We've thought the colours.
Yeah.
We've done the dyeing.
Yeah.
We've got everything. You've done the design.
Yeah.
And you thought, I don't think I've done enough.
No.
So you thought, I tell you what I'll do. I'll decorate and work and create all the spindles.
Yes.
Yeah, no wonder we've not seen you for a year.
I just can't stop. I seriously, the ideas just explode out of my head, and those just, all I think of when I see those or I paint those is a warm summer day and you running around and blowing the dandelion clogs. And I have to put a code on for you of what they are, and I called it woofer because that's what we used to call them when we were growing up, woofers, because you go woof.
Woofers. Woof. Well, it makes sense.
It does make sense, doesn't it?
It makes total sense. In fact, I know you do get one of the spindles with that kit. I just want to show you a couple more though, because these have all been beautifully decorated and all done by Debbie. But you get one in the kit. But they are beautifully, and again, they'll all be unique. They'll all be all individual, all unique.
And just think of me with my tongue stuck out and 2 pairs of glasses on.
Well, I've got an image now, Debbie. But so yes, we think of that while they're all being created, and they're beautiful. Now I've got them. what do I do with these now, and how does that fit in with the project that I've got? So I can spin my own yarn?
You can spin your own yarn. That's what they're for.
So, what do I actually... I mean, there's a lot of instructions here.
So, with the kit, what you get is your drop spindle.
Yeah.
And it is a 60-gram one, which is useful for spinning any weight yarn, and it's useful for plying. So what you do, when you spin yarn, you spin one lot, and that's a single ply.
Right.
And then if you want to do a 2-ply or a 3-ply, you then twist those together.
Ah, okay.
So that's how spinning works. All it is twist. That's all it is.
Oh, are we going to see some of this in this hour?
Yep,
lovely. We'll see all this, how this all comes together in this. So this is the fantastic. And we get all the fibres.
You get all the fibres. So at the top there, you've got some Shetland. That's all been ready carded. So it's ready to go. You can just pull it apart. What it is really, really easy for you to spin with.
Right.
If you're a beginner, because it's got big scales that want to grab onto itself.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, that feels lovely as well. And then, oh, these are beautiful colours.
So you'll get a couple of assorted colours. They might not be those ones. It depends what I do. Again, I make those myself.
Wow.
Do I sleep? No.
And what are these made of? Because this is so soft again.
It's a mix of, so there's always a mix of a little bit of merino, a little bit of blue-faced Leicester, some silk, some recycled silk, and some sparkle in there.
Wow.
So it's whatever's in there. I call them ammonites because we live near Lyme Regis. You know, that's what they look like.
Yes, I know a good ammonite. They are the most colourful creatures. They are fantastic. And we're also going to be getting the hemp as well?
Yep, hemp as well. So it's a little project bag to keep it all in. So it actually fits in there.
Oh, that's fab.
And if you want to give it as a present, there's also, it fits in one of the, you'll get an assorted colour of the gift bag as well. And I put that in because if you want to be really sneaky and wrap it up for Christmas, it stops people fumbling and guessing what it is.
Nice. Oh, you're one of those at Christmas as well. Yeah, I like that. I love it. And you're also going to be getting, like I say, all the instructions. We've got demonstrations coming up for you in this hour. Lovely gift idea, actually. $34.99. I mean, absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. 316512. Now, it may be the case that you've already got some of your yarn and you just love some of the patterns that you're looking at. Well, here, actually, you've got an opportunity here if you'd like to go for the bundle. This will give you the Exmoor wrap, the twirly short as well, the ebb tie, the straight, and the Mobius.
Mobius, it means it twists round on itself, so you can only get one edge.
Ah, right, great. The Mobius scarf as well. So all those, that is looking at 90. Oh, I just wondered what that was behind me there, and I've just realised it was one of the pieces we've got for you. I thought I'd had a little moment there. 087372 under £20, $19.99. Again, lovely. If you do have your own fabrics to work with, of course, and you just love these designs, then why not? We don't want you to miss out on these either. £19.99, and that will give you all of those. 087372. Right, Debbie, honestly, I feel warm and cosy, even though we've got the sort of winter scene outside. I feel warm and cosy, just feeling and looking at these. But what are we going to look at to start with?
What would you like to start? Spinning or knitting?
Should we go, which one? Spinning, yeah, I think we're all intrigued.
OK, so your spinning top. So this is your drop spindle. This bit is called the spindle. This bit is your whirl. So this is your 60-gram whirl here. And this is this bit is your hook.
Okay, this is
so
good.
This bit there, hook. This is called a top whirl spindle because you've got the hook at the top, but because I've decorated them that way, you can, if you want to, when you get used to it, doing bottom whirl spinning, you can just unscrew the hook from here and screw it in there, and you still have all the decoration.
Oh, I see.
On the other side.
Nice.
So I try to make it sort of like, you can do whatever you want with it.
I like it.
So what you got, first of all, you'll get your drop spindle, and what you have to do, there will be a piece of thread, a piece of yarn in your kit, and you'll wonder what the hair cover is doing, why she put that in, don't understand why. It's called a leader.
A leader?
A leader.
Oh, a leader.
And this is what you need to attach your fibre to. So this is what I had left over from the twirly shawl.
Oh, right.
And so I've just picked a little bit of that. I've just got a length, probably 20 centimetres. Don't need any more.
Okay.
And I'm going to do something highly technical, which is tying a knot at the bottom.
I like that kind of high tech.
That's my high tech, actually.
Yeah,
I just, you know, why make things complicated? I try and make things easy. It takes months sometimes. It took me about 6 months to work out the twirly shawl. I kept on having loads and loads of rejects where it wasn't twirling enough, or it wasn't going up enough or out enough. They end up under the cat bed. So the cat's sort of like a, you know, Princess and the Pea. It's nearly at ceiling height.
Oh.
So there's me taking ages to tie a knot. That's why it was technically and difficult. So, tied a knot there, and then I'm just going to push my knot up under the whirl. So it sits flat under the whirl.
Okay.
Okay? Then what you need to do is bring your leader up over the top and twist a couple of times round and then up through the hook.
Right.
So you've got it there.
Okay.
And you can, at this point, practice spinning it.
Oh, right.
And so it's a little bit like clicking your fingers. You're doing this action. It does not matter which hand you do it in. So it doesn't matter whether you're left-handed, right-handed, not at all. And it doesn't matter which direction you twist it in.
Oh, right.
Just make sure you twist it in the same direction each time. Because if you twist it in that way, first of all, and then the next time round twist it that way, you just undo everything you've already done.
Yeah, we don't want that. That could be a very long project.
So that's my leader already done. Then I'm going to take a little bit of my fibre here. And you can see I pulled a little bit off and it pulls apart because it's been combed all into the same direction. It pulls apart really easily.
Yeah, it does. It really does,
And so I've just separated it a little bit. So you want about a thumb's width of fibre. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my drop spindle and I'm going to lay the fibre on top of the leader and I'm going to pinch with my finger and thumb. And then I'm going to put the fibre up over the top of my arm. If I put it down like that and I twisted it, it would just twist round here and we get all tangled up. And then I'm just going to spin, and your instructions are for a spin and park technique. So it means that you are in total control basically. So what I'm going to do, first of all I'm going to do my spin. Okay, that's my spin. When it starts to slow down, or if the phone rings, or the cat needs to come in, or I want to switch the kettle on, I'm going to park it. So this has come undone, so it doesn't matter though, I'm going to put that round. I'm still pinching here, and this is where my park comes in. I'm going to park it under my arm. If I was sitting down, I could park it between my knees. If you wanted me to shut up, you could ask me to park it between my teeth. Anything to stop it unwinding. All I'm doing here is I'm pinching. I am not stopping the pinching. And if you see, can you see the twist that we've made here?
Oh, yes, yeah.
And then this is the bit where I'm holding this. I can pull out and I can make this as thin or as thick as I want. But I'm still controlling this and I'm not letting it go at all. When I am happy that I've got enough yarn, enough fibre in here, so if I want to make a thick yarn, I'll leave lots in. If I want to make a thin yarn, I'll leave less in. So when I'm happy, I'm going to pull this taut and down, cradle my fibre a little bit, and then just let the twist go. Now I haven't got very much twist on that one, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start again. Doesn't matter. You are in total control, and remember this, you are in total control of this.
Yes, the other way round.
Not the other way round. So I'm going to let that spin again, park, and this is called drawing the fibres. Draw, let go, and can you see that twist has started to go down there?
Yeah, yeah.
Now with the first one, I always do like a double twist. So I'm going to let that twist again. It's twisted quite up, and make it twist quite tightly, so overspin it, and that means it's well attached to your leader. And then what you do is you just let that twist, and And where it's stopped twisting, I'm going to pinch again. And then I'm going to repeat it over again. So I'm going to spin when it's stopped, or you can stop it.
Yeah.
I'm going to park it. I'm still pinching. At this point, when I've been at home or I've been, you know, out and about, you can do this out in the... I've done it in the field, I've done it sort of like on holiday. At home, I've let the cat in, out, I've turned the oven on, I've answered the telephone. I think I might have had a wee as well at one point. I've done everything at this point because you're in control, because it's not going anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
So again, I'm going to draw and then unpinch. Draw and then unpinch. And when it gets too long for your arm, all you need to do is untwist from here, and then you're going to twist up under there.
And we're back again.
Round and again. When you want to stop, I tend to twist a couple of times around there and put my fibre through there. And I'm just going to do that because I'm just going to show you one of these and how to join one of these on as well. So these little ammonites, actually you can pull them apart at any point. They're really good for loads of different things, not just spinning. You can use them in felting, you know, mixed media, if you want to hand embroider with them, anything. So you can pull them apart or use them all as one length, and they pull out from the middle. So where we want to change our fibre, what I'm going to do is, see how grippy it wants to hang on, doesn't it?
See that,
It does, doesn't it? This is with natural fibres. They've got overlapping scales, if you looked at them through a microscope. And things like this one, the Shetland, they've got larger scales than something like the baby alpaca, which is why they're almost like goose grass in the way they want to grip onto one another, which is why that's a really, really good beginner spinner.
Oh, I see.
Fibre. So what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to attach my two fibres, lay them together, overlapping, and I'm going to spin. And if you didn't spin enough, you can spin again. And then I'm going to park, and then I want these two to join together, and I'm going to let that go and let that go. And you could carry on with them overlapped and do like a tweedy effect if you wanted. The choice is really yours. You could pick out little bits of the glittery bit and just put glittery bits in. You could do whatever you wanted. I like to give people a choice of what they're doing. It's not up to me to say you must do this.
No.
And I like to give loads of ideas and loads of options for people to do. So you can see I'm just talking and spinning and talking and spinning, and it's got too long for my arms again. So I'm going to once again wind it up under, round and back up.
Oh, I think it's been
to the top.
That is brilliant.
And it goes so that you can get about that much, so you can probably get a good, you know, you can get a ball like this or bigger actually underneath.
Well, wow.
When you want to take it off your drop spindle, again, something really, really highly technical, just wind it up in a ball.
Do you know what? I'm loving the technical aspect of the show from that side. That is good, Debbie.
Very, very technical. Yeah, just let me know, I'm not technical at all. I like people to enjoy what they're doing.
Yeah.
And there are people, you know, there's too much going on in the world at the moment, so let's have some fun.
Yeah, oh no, so this is, it really leaves it up for people that create their very own that they're going to be working with as well. So this could be a brand new hobby that we started out,
Absolutely, brand new hobby. This is what's really good about these things, is you can take them anywhere. They are small enough that you can fit in any luggage. They're not, you know, they're light. This is a 60-gram whirl, so altogether you've probably got 70 grams there, so 2 ounces. It can slot in with the little bag. It fits in beautifully, and it's small enough just to drop in anywhere.
Yeah.
So it goes in your little bag. You can tuck all your fibre in, and it goes like that.
Easy
That's
to take
small
around.
enough to go anywhere.
I think it's a lovely, lovely product. Thank you for that. It's a lovely demonstration. I'll just let people know exactly what they're going to be getting in the kit again then, Debbie, and go through. But how lovely is that? Fascinating. Really fascinating, actually, on all these. But in this particular kit, then, as you can see, so you've actually got your main tool, all hand-painted, done and worked as well by Debbie herself. And it's just fascinating to see, again, how that sort of one simplicity, I mean, we're talking about here something, again, that goes back for many, many years as well to work with, but you're getting all these ingredients to be able to do all of that and to bring it back for yourself. So it's lovely. You get the 2 hour nights. The colours may vary in what you're going to get, but they're all going to be hand-dyed and worked with, of course, by Debbie herself. And again, this great bundle, of course, to work with, which is ideal for beginners, that you better get that twist going. And you've got the presentation bag and everything to go with it. 316-512-3499. And all those instructions, I was looking through those, and everything that Debbie was talking about is all listed there, of course, on a good couple of pages worth of written material to take you through. What a lovely, lovely kit to go through, which is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Plenty of the show, of course. Check out the website for everything, again, that's looking out there. I think are we going to go straight back to Debbie for even more, because they're fascinating demonstrations. They're really lovely. Yeah, and I think a lot of people are really enjoying seeing how we can work with these and then get the kits.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I will talk to anyone about anything. Lots of people talk to me across the world, even if they haven't bought anything from me, they'll email me and ask me for a question. I don't mind. I really, really don't mind. We should all be helping one another. We should all be encouraging one another. If you've got a question, I'm more than happy to help. I really, really am.
Thank you, Deb. And also that applies to this evening as well, if you wanted to. Then, of course, studio@hochanda.com. If there's anything that, while we're live, obviously, while Debbie is here, made a trip all the way up from down south, down there as well, to be up here with us in Oundle. So if you've got any questions, please do let us know. Studio@hochanda.com. Just while we've got our expert in the studio, has done all the aspects of all the projects you're seeing. So, right, what's our next lesson then,
Next
Debbie?
thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the edging on the Exmoor shawl. In terms of my can't be bothered laziness, I don't like sometimes going back and having to put an edging on. So with the twirly shawl and with the Exmoor wrap, the edging you knit along with the main body. So once it's come off the needles, it's finished and done with. The Exmoor has got, I'll just show you this, that's what was left from the Exmoor yarn.
Wow.
After that wrap.
Wow, was it really?
Yep. Was knitted. So this is where I like to give you enough.
Plenty.
So that you're not at the end of your wrap, getting to the end. And then I find if you get to the end and you're not sure you've got enough yarn, you start tensing up. I do. And I'm like, and it's stupid because you just like, you've still got the same amount of yarn, whether you got enough or not. You sort of start sitting there going, and trying to eke it out isn't going to do anything.
No, it's not going to help.
Not going to help. So I try and give you a little bit extra. So if you're slightly loose or you want to make it slightly bigger, the choice is yours. That's what I had left over. So if I show you here, I've started off. So what it is basically on the edge of the Exmoor is a bobble. That's all it is. Now a bobble is when you knit several times into a single stitch, and then so you make more stitches, you knit back on yourself, and then you decrease into your single stitch again.
Right, okay.
That sounds really complicated, but it isn't. So I will show you.
Which you are now about to prove.
I am now about to prove. So the instructions will say in your first stitch, so you knit 4 times into it. And the way you do that, so you do 1 stitch, and normally what you would do is you would put that stitch off. But we're not going to do that. That sounds a bit like I don't want to give you this check, isn't it? So we're not going to do that. So you've knitted 1, and then you're going to go in and knit through the back loop. Can you see that? And then you're going to, still not cast it off, knit through the front loop again, and then knit through the back loop.
Oh, right, okay.
So from that 1 single stitch, and then you're going to slip it off, you've got 4 stitches. And then it will say to you, so from 1 stitch you've got 4, turn, and that actually means you turn your work round and you're going to be knitting back.
Oh, right.
I have to explain that because I had somebody once before not understand what turn means.
Oh,
and if you're a new knitter, you won't understand all the language. So don't worry. Honestly, it means it just means turn your work round and knit back.
Right.
So what we're going to do, so we've now got 4, and what we want to do is to make them into fewer stitches. Now the instructions say knit 3 together. So you knit 3 together and then knit 1. So you've got 2. So we started off with 1, made 4. Now we've got 2. We're going to go back on ourselves, so turn once again, and then it's knit 2 together. So what we've done, we've knitted, and we've got this bobble edging. Can you see that?
Ah, yes, yeah, we see that now.
So what we've done is we've knitted 1, 2, 3 rows into 1 stitch.
Wow.
And so you're putting in a load of fabric and then you're pulling it back in, basically. That's what you've got to think. You're making a puff.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Like puffy bit. So that's how you make your bobble edging.
Great.
You can, if you are a tight knitter, and I'll do this on the next one, if you're a tight knitter and where it says knit 3 together, you can do it slightly differently. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 again, and then I'm going to turn, so you can see I've turned the whole work back round. And if you're quite tight on your gauge and so you'll find it difficult to knit 3 stitches together, you can knit 2 together and knit 2 together, so you get back to the 2, turn again, and then knit 2 together again. It will make no difference to the bobble, and I'll show you them side by side.
Yeah, okay.
So you've got them there, can you see? Side by side. So there's my knit, that one's my knit 3 together, that one's my knit 2 together and knit 2 together. You can't really tell any difference. If I turn that round, can you see?
Yeah, yes.
Yep. So this one's my knit 3 together bobble. This one's my knit 2 together and knit 2 together bobble. There is no difference, but you might find it easier if you are quite tight on your gauge.
Okay.
So don't worry about that. If you're really tight on your gauge and you find it difficult to knit 3 stitches together, do not worry. Just do 2 and 2 and then back. So that is your edging that you are going to do on your Exmoor shawl. Everything else is normal knitting instructions that you will recognise anywhere. And it just knits along as you go along and you get your wrap at the end.
Right.
Doesn't need any pressing on the edge, doesn't need any finishing on the edge. And people ask me all the time, would I do a video or a YouTube video of me pressing shawls? Because the Exmoor and the ebb tide scarves have been pressed with a hot steam iron and no pressing cloth.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't block at all. Again, do I want to crawl around with wires and pins and... I'm really lazy, aren't I?
It's fine. No, it just, you know...
I have made virtually every knitting mistake you could make. I've got jumpers that we can camp in. I've got... seriously. Every single thing, and I want to make life easier. Really do.
We're all for ease. We're all for ease. But thank you for that. That was a brilliant demonstration. Just to give you an update then, if you are the twirly shawl as well, and actually it's been really, really, really busy for the twirly shawl. It's absolutely, it really is beautiful. And again, you know, all the instructions are there, really nice and clear for you to follow, to go through. You can always do a rewind on this show as well on any of the things that you've been through there, of course, with Debbie. But again, as you see there, this was all achieved by once it comes off the needles, it's there. It's ready to go. It's all good to go. And again, saves a lot of other faff. But how beautiful. And what a lovely project to be working on. And don't forget, if you missed the very beginning of the show, Debbie does all the colouring herself as well. So all the dyeing is taken care of as well. And this is all with baby llama...
Baby alpaca.
baby alpaca, isn't it? So baby alpaca. I just got lost with baby cutes, basically. But baby alpaca, and it really is. And again, just to repeat, you're saying that if some people in the past have said that they've been allergic to wool per se, doesn't necessarily include what we're looking at with alpaca.
No, there's about 20% of people are allergic to the lanolin, which is the stuff that's in soap.
Oh,
that they take out of,
it's
in soap. So they take it out of they wash it out of the sheet fleece, and it goes to the soap industry, and it's the thing that makes your hands all nice and soft.
Oh, wow,
so people are allergic to that. Baby alpaca, mohair, they don't have lanolin in their fibres. So you may be better with that.
So don't throw baby out with the bathwater on these. If you thought about it in the past, said, well, it's not for me, well, maybe this is worth having a go at for you. 097894. You can choose from the garnet, we've got the mallard, and we've also got the beautiful storm cloud to work with. Now, for all this, you can get this home for a simple payment of your first of two of just £18. Again, all of the instructions, plus you're also going to be getting the little bag of creativity, so you're getting the bag as well as all part of that. So it's either a gift idea for somebody or a treat for yourself. But I will tell you, it's absolutely beautiful. This is the mallard I've got here, isn't it?
That is the mallard, yeah.
And a quarter of the stock has now already been allocated with these. I mean, if we're starting out, let's go worst case scenario, it's me.
Okay.
Take the smirk off. How long are we talking from a beginner point of view, and with some experience of which end of the needle to hold? How long do we think?
I would say 2 to 3 weeks of evenings.
Okay.
I've also made the pattern so that you can stop at any point and work your way back up, so it goes from side to side. So if you wanted to make it as like a little scarf, you could make it as a little scarf, and you've had enough of knitting, start decreasing and coming back up. And you can make it as a scarf, or you can make it as a shawl. You can also, I've made it so that you can do it in any weight yarn. I was saying to you that I'd only just finished one in the car,
yes.
which is a double knit, almost an Aran weight, and you'll see how it differs between the two.
Right.
All I did was I just went up on the needle size, so that's the one that's on the side.
I see. We can we'll try and grab on as well, but they are absolutely beautiful. I think it's worth also mentioning the angel policy for yourself.
Angel policy, absolutely. I have no problem about people knitting and selling from the patterns.
Oh, that's great.
Every so often somebody sends me something they've knitted.
Oh, do they? Oh, how's that feel?
That's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They really are beautiful projects, you know, and you can tell, can't you, that what you're buying into is, you know, we're talking about UK at its finest, really, and at the heart of that, of course, is Debbie, that does all your designing. She's done a lot of work goes in, and some just being finished in time to be bringing to you on the show, but all the work goes into the designing, how you get the right finish nice and simply, but also even the colours that you're sewing as all absolutely from Debbie's mind have been brought together and then found and put into the fabrics that you're working with. So when we talk about products, and products that are going to last, I think that's also a really important, you know, that this is all about quality in colour, quality in instructions and the materials that you're working with, and also what a beautiful garment that you finished up with, that you've made. And don't be surprised, I'm sure, but you must have heard this, that people, if they have made these of yours that you've done in the past, get a lot of lovely comments saying, where did you get that from? That's beautiful. Do you get that?
Yeah, people love that. People try and beg things off me. Usually I'm a real sucker and go, I'll just freeze.
No, honestly, they are beautiful projects for those. And please go for this one, 097894. You will not regret it. You really won't. We've got about 10 minutes left. Is there anything else we can work through and show us?
I'm just going to show you the edging on the twirly shawl. So what I've got here, this is actually the storm cloud colour.
Yeah.
The storm cloud, so the garnet and the mallard are 2 colours. The storm cloud is 2 colours, and then I go over it again with a third.
Oh right. Oh, okay.
So it's a real. It goes from a real inky blue to almost like a royal blue in places. Again, moment in time, we live almost on the edge of Exmoor, and that was the colour of the sky.
Oh, wow.
One day, just before a storm hit.
Wow.
Right up on the tops of
Beautiful.
Exmoor. So what it's got is, it's got a short row technique. that sounds really scary. So again, we're going to go back on ourselves, but this is all it is knit and purl otherwise. And what we're going to do is going to wrap the stitches so you don't get holes when you come back. What we're going to do first of all is on our technique, what makes it twirl is we're making these wedges, and that makes more volume in the frill and makes it twirl on its own.
Right.
So this is why it took me about 6 months to work out. I'm just like, I see these things in my head and then I have to work my way back. I have to reverse engineer. I have to reverse engineer the colours and I have to reverse engineer the pattern. It comes into my head fully formed.
Amazing.
And then I'm just like, oh, what am I doing? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with 3, and then to do my wrapped stitch technique. So if I turned it round and just went back and knitted those, we'll get a little hole here, and we don't want a little hole. So it's called a wrapped stitch technique. So it asks you then to slip a stitch purl-wise. So if I was going to slip a stitch knit-wise, I would slip it like that. So slipping is just moving it from one needle to the other without knitting it. That's all that slipping a stitch is. So that's knit-wise, but it's asking you to do it purl-wise. So I'm going to put the needle in the front here, slip it across, so I haven't done anything with it, and then it asks you to bring your yarn from your back to the front of the needle. That's all I'm going to do. And then it says the wonder word, turn. So I've done that again.
I've learnt a lot in this hour,
turn,
I tell you. Yeah.
Turn.
Yeah.
And you can see here, what this is doing is it's put the yarn at the back where we want to knit, but it's actually made like a little wrap around the stitch that we haven't knitted, which brings a gap, the hole that we would have created together, so we don't get one.
Oh.
So what we're going to do is slip that one back, and then you knit. 2, knit back to the end. So, can you might be quite difficult to see, we didn't knit this one at all. If I'd just turned round and knitted straight back, I would have had a hole there.
Right.
Wrapping it, brings it closer to the stitch that we turned and makes that hole disappear. So we don't have a series of holes going up the twirl.
Right. Okay. Okay. Talk about size of needle.
4mm.
4mm.
Yep. I do virtually everything on a 4mm.
Oh, okay, right.
And the Exmoor is on a 5.5.
Right.
Because it's an Aran weight. But with the patterns that you've got, they are all both those needle sizes. So from a lace weight up to a light double knit, I would use 4mm, and for a heavier weight, because double knit goes in lots of, there's a big wide range for double knit. So the heavier double knit, all the way up to Aran or chunky, I would go up to 5.5.
Right.
So
okay.
2 needle sizes only.
Again, nice and simple.
Nice and simple. I try and keep it really simple. So what you're going to do, next thing, so we've done 3, next one is we're going to knit, and you can actually see I slipped that first stitch. This is another little tip. If you slip the first stitch on every single row of any knitting, it makes a really straight edge.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it sort of makes it slightly taut and makes a straight edge. So then when you're knitting things together or stitching things together, you've got a really lovely crisp edge to butt things up, or you get a really nice straight edge on something that
nice
you're not
tip.
doing.
Yeah, that's nice.
So this time I'm going to do 5 stitches. So that's the one we wrapped before. That's 4, 5. And then I'm going to do my wrap technique again. And you can see where we've knitted, we've gone past that. We haven't got a hole at all. Can you see we haven't got a hole in that at all?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So I'm going to slip again, purl-wise. So slip that, bring my yarn to the front, so it's starting to wrap it. Turn my knitting, I'm going to slip it back again, but the yarn is wrapping that round and pulling that close to the row that I'm going to knit back along. So you are knitting a wedge shape, and that's what creates the extra volume, which gives you the twirly twirl.
Oh, I see. That's where you get the edge.
Yeah.
Ah, which look beautiful.
Which is why it's so simple, and it is really, really easy. And when I finally cracked it, I was like, yes.
Yes, yeah.
What's in my head has come out.
I can imagine, you know, if you've never knitted before and you're following through what you've just been talking about there, you know, to the results of what you've got here, I mean, that must give you so much confidence that I've done that, you know. But like you say, it looks like it's going to be a lot more complicated than once you've got those in place.
And that's all you do all the way along. And you increase and you decrease because it's triangular, so it's knitted from the twirly edge through to the middle and then back out to the other twirly edge.
Right, right.
So you can make it a scarf shape if you wanted to. So that's about 120 stitches deep. If you wanted to make it a scarf, I will probably do about 40 stitches deep. So you can, with that kit, if you wanted to make 2 or 3 scarves, you could probably make 2 or 3 scarves.
Oh, right, oh, okay.
Or you could make a slightly smaller shawl and a scarf.
It's so lovely. It really is. And again, I think now brilliant demonstrations for those to pick up. If you've got any like golden nugget tip, I mean, there's been loads of advice and tips in there, you know, about the button up for the straight edges, etc. But what would you advise? What would your big advice be if there's one golden nugget really?
Golden nugget tip. Don't worry. Don't stress.
That's a nice one.
Basically, that's my golden nugget tip. Whenever I make a mistake, I did have at one point on display, so in our bricks and mortar and whenever we're a store and whenever we're at a show, I did have a lace knit shawl which I deliberately put 10 big, huge, massive mistakes in. And I used to try and get people to go and see where the mistakes were. We could only ever find 5, and because I didn't write them down, I could only ever find 5.
You did them.
I did them. And I thought they were massive. It is your Persian carpet moment, making a mistake. So Persian carpets, they always put a mistake in deliberately because only God is perfect.
Oh, of course.
That's your Persian carpet moment.
Wow.
Do not worry about it.
Well,
seriously, you are making and you are creating, and that is the important thing.
I tell you what, that has been what a lovely sentiment to finish off with that. What a lovely learning from it. But honestly, don't just go for them, you know. And if you've always wanted to pick up the needle again for whatever reason, you know, maybe all sorts of things, work. With childcare, it might just be COVID, it could be whatever it is, the reasons that have either stopped you from doing something or give you the reason to get them back up again in your hand. Go for it, because you've got projects like this and everything that's on the counter that are going to last you. It's the pleasure of making. Someone said about it's not necessarily getting to the finished product, sometimes it's about enjoying the process of doing it and the company that you have while you're doing that. So who knows who you'll be sharing a room with while you're actually doing this and chatting away. But Deb, it's been a real pleasure to meet you. It's lovely to have the show with you. Do you know, are we going to see you back on again?
I hope so.
Hopefully we're going to see you before it's a year.
Hope so, not banned.
No, not at all, not at all. Never, not at all. Let's hope it's not a year though.
Yeah,
and you come back as soon as you possibly can.
Yeah, I've got loads and loads and loads of new designs.
Well, we can't wait to get you back in here. Listen, drive safely back home again. And make sure you please check out your baskets on those, and you can always catch it on Rewind as well. But what a lovely, lovely show for us to finish our live shows for you this evening. Thank you for your company. Please get them in your basket. Everything here, UK, but basically all from Debbie, everything. So enjoy those projects. We look forward to seeing them, maybe on a photograph you send in the future. But from Debbie and myself for now, very good evening. Have a cracking rest of your night, won't you? Good night, all. OK, everybody, get ready. Yes, it's a crazy one. The Fabric Freedom Blenders one-day special. Then we've also got a fantastic Flextravaganza wow embossing as well. All that. Oh, and if you love a curry, stay watching.
Hi there, I'm Nick from Crafterscope. I've been crafting for as long as I can remember. It started off making things just for myself, but then friends and family asked if they could use them too. It was really important to me to bring something unique to the crafting arena.